Okay, then. Wake your ass up, boy. Wake your ass up, boy. Boy. Hard work. Wake your ass up, boy. Okay, then. Wake your ass up, boy.
What'd you say, boy? Voice changer, boy? DV boy. Look at this is the real fucking DV boy talking tonight. DV boy.
My father is not their father.
I don't give any credit.
My father.
DV boy.
You guys are so dumb, you couldn't fuck a dead horse. That's how stupid you people are. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty highly of you. You know what I mean?
DV boy.
You know, why is that wall? Oh, he built that wall. I said, wow, he built that big wall. Uncle Angelo too? Yeah, Uncle Angelo too. We believed it.
I don't think you've seen a day's work for fucking 20 years.
This is crazy! I'm here to help you, but clearly you can't help your fucking self!
I would have broke his jaw. The first fucking insult out of Gordon Ramsay's mouth, that would have been over.
You sound like you're out the fucking Godfather.
Motherfucker!
Cause you're the only power that can save this world today. Jesus, you're the only power that can save this world today. You're the only power that can save this world today. You're the only power that can save this world today. Come on and lift your voice. Did anybody come to praise God today? Put your hands up. Let's go.
Are you out of your mind? Are you seriously out of your mind? You sick bastard. Hey, no negative, you.
Dude, with all due respect to Lee, I didn't mean to call you dude.
Lee, don't say nothing, Lee. Get the fuck down and shut up.
What kind of life is splashing around on the waves and saying, wee?
Don't say that to my face. I'll crack you upside your head. You fucking punk. You shouldn't even be in here. Now I'm out. Have a nice night. Motherfucker! DV boy.
Hear ye, hear ye. We are gathered here today in holy matrimony to bear witness to another episode of Gunsmoke the Don's Sunday service. I am your host, Reverend Gunsmoke the Don. And for the next couple of hours or so, we're going to be here praising the man, praising the Lord, and getting right with Jesus. Yeah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you for being here. Everyone gather around and hit that like button. Thank you so much. Yeah. What you know about waking up with a speech impediment? Yeah. I want to thank the Jacket. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, brother. $10 for doing a 6-hour show and still holding service. Of course. Sunday service is a tradition around here, you know. You gotta do Sunday service. There's no excuse. It wouldn't feel right without doing the Sunday service, you know. Thank you so much. Now, please take the collection basket and pass it over to the person on your right. Everybody has to get right with the Lord today. Settle up with the Lord. You'll feel better about yourself. Everybody's got to get right with Jesus. Everybody get on their knees and praise the man. Yeah. All right, well, we're here, folks. 35 people. Hit that like button, all right? Yeah. Shout out to the real gangsters. What's up, OC? Chris A. Fat Ball Italian. Joey Frakes. Do you ever start a show a minute or two before the scheduled time? I've done that before, for sure. Last night I did a show I was on time, down to the very second. And yeah, today, you know, God forgive me, I was a few minutes late. These things happen. BB from VA, good afternoon. Phoenix, baby. Thank you for everything last night. It was a terrific show, I think. Great guest, great conversation. It was an epic show. I had to make it members only. It was just too good. If you want to see it, you have to get a membership. The game is to be sold and not told. As Tupac Shakur used to say. Yeah. Sally, baby. All right, let's scroll down. Let's see who else is in here. Mickey Griggs. I caught bits and pieces of the replay. Great conversation last night. Yes, it was. What's up, Darren C. Foe? Happy Sunday, Darren. What up, Carlos? What else we got here? Della's my name. Roro, baby. Thank you for the support, baby. Who else we got in here? Huh? Smoke sounds tired. I am tired. I only got like a few hours of sleep, maybe 3 hours of sleep. It's a shit life. What are you gonna do, you know? I gotta survive the ghetto, you know. I gotta survive. Sunday service is a must. Gotta get right with the Lord. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hot one today, man. 95 degrees, real field temperatures in the hundreds. And I really don't need this shit. I really don't. Totally unprepared for summer. Oh, Phoenix, baby, $10. There will be no Gunsmoke crying today if we can keep the donations coming. He's got bills too, you know. That's right. Thank you for being so considerate, Phoenix. And understanding that, yes, I do too have to support myself and my bills and my family. And it would be nice if people helped out with that. But we'll see how it goes, you know. I thought we did a terrific show last night. And yeah, there will be no crying. You never know. I'm saving up my tears for June 25th, the last 5 days of the month. We're gonna start crying every fucking day until I meet my goals, which I don't think I'm gonna meet this month. This was a rough month for me, but hopefully things work out in the end. I got 5, 6, I got 7 days, like that movie, The Ring. 7 days. I got 7 days to get right. Hopefully we can do it. And yeah, I need $75,000 to buy myself a private jet, guys. Now, please, if you could help out with that, I'm going to buy a goldfish. So this way, me and the goldfish can fly on the airplane together. And the fish has got to eat too. So the goldfish needs fish food. So, I need help here. Darnell Trump, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Darnell. I put money in a collection plate sometime early this morning. Huh? What? No, what? Here? Who? What? Thanks again, Phoenix. Let me see. Did you? Oh, thank you, Darren C. Supporting the channel, brother. Thank you. Let's see. BB from VA said she got right with the Lord, or they got right with the Lord. I don't see nothing in PayPal. Let's check the Venmo. Oh, gots. I got nothing. Shouts to Darren C. Photo. Darren C. Photo came through. God bless you, sir. Keeping the show alive. My man. I don't know what you're talking about, BB. I put money in a collection plate sometime early this morning. You must have sent it to the wrong church. You guys at Giuliani should be in church. I think you sent it to the wrong church. You must have sent it to some freaking Jehovah's Witnesses or something. I don't know. I didn't get it. I'm going back down the shore till Wednesday with my beach chair. Good for you, man. For life. See? That's awesome. I'm going to start doing that soon, too. I don't have a beach chair. I got to get a beach chair, too. I mean, do I really need it? I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but, you got the shit you lay down on the sand. I don't really need it. I guess I'm happy sitting in the sand. I don't know. Rules for Sunday service are, unless you're in a coma, you must attend and shoot the lock off your wallets and get good with the Lord. You understand? That's right, boy. Oh, Casperos is reading the Bible. Chapter 27. Threats from the Tooth Fairy. And thou shalt strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who have a mouth full of teeth. And you will know my name is Toothless when I lay my bite upon thee. Rawr! What up, Casperosa boy? Thank you for attending church today. Looks like it's going to be a rough show. Only 33 people after almost 20 minutes. I'm in deep shit. Or maybe people are out there, getting ready to go to the beach, enjoying their day. People got lives. It's summertime now, People are going to start disappearing on me now. Hey, sorry, man. I got to go on vacation. Going on a fucking vacation, man. I'll see you in August. I'm just going to leave you for dead. Hopefully your show's still up and running when I come back. Yeah, great. Fucking wonderful. Just forget all about me, right? While you're in fucking Orlando or fucking Aruba, fucking Bahamas on a yacht. While I'm stuck in Queens, New York, eating shit. Looking like an asshole. Anyway, what's up, Danny Green? Shouts to Boston. Oh, man. Boston, stand up, y'all. They're NBA champions. No, you're the man there in C4. Thank you, man. Thank you. BB from VA. Really? Somebody else must have got it, man. I got fucked. I got fucked on this. Well, it's the thought that counts, BB. I guess it's the thought that counts. So I appreciate you anyway. You've definitely donated in the past, so I appreciate you. Yeah. You need the boogie board first to go wee. Yeah. That's true. That is true. Going now before the last week of school. Beach is gonna get packed. Yeah. I don't know. I thought the beach would be packed this weekend too. I mean, this week coming up is the last week of school, so yeah, that's true. What's up, Tony Silo? Don't you sleep? What's up, man? This guy never sleeps. Yeah, excellent show last night, Silo. Thank you for coming on the show again. No, it was just an awesome show all around. This guy's a wealth of knowledge. Yeah, he did an excellent job last night. Yeah. Excellent job. Gunsmoke, we need to talk. I have some business advice for you. Nice. Okay. I'm always willing to take some advice. Yeah, let's see. Bahama breeze on the beach, palm trees, and a hammock. Yeah, must be nice, huh? Must be nice to be able to fit inside of a hammock without the fucking tree branch breaking, you know? Must be nice. Maybe I'd like to sit in a friggin' hammock too, you know? Without fear of it snapping off, you know? What up, Dirty? Shout out to Dirty Dighty? Dirty Dighty. Dirty Diddy? Dirty Dighty. What up, Joe Root? All right, well, before we get started, I want to just say I read the news yesterday, and you know that asshole cop that pulled over Justin Timberlake and gave him a DUI? Turns out the cop is a ginger, a 24-year-old ginger. And what they call him? Hold on. They called him, he's famous in the neighborhood already. He's only had 3 months in the force. This fucking asshole's trying to make a name for himself. Let's see. What they call this asshole? In just 3 months on the force, the ginger cop has earned a reputation among Sag Harbor's wealthy residents, earning nicknames like the Sag Harbor Nazi and Little Red-Headed Dipshit for his strict enforcement of traffic laws. So that makes a lot of sense, you know. These friggin' gingers, you know, they got problems, you know. They're mad at the world. They hate everybody, you know, and they want to fuck with you. Gingers, you know, I try to stay away from the gingers. It's just fucked up, you know. Look, I understand maybe Timberlake had a drink or two, but if if there's nobody around, he's not driving crazy. Leave the fucking guy alone, you know. But whatever. Look, the law is the law, but you don't have to be so strict with it. You know, you could make exceptions. How the fuck do you not know you're talking to Justin Timberlake of all people? I mean, Jesus Christ, there's no excuse. He's only 24 years old. Bullshit, I don't care. When I was 24, I knew about friggin' Charlie Chaplin, for Christ's sake. Louis Armstrong. I mean, I knew about people. Fucking Jonas Salk. I mean, just because they weren't from my generation doesn't mean I don't know about them. I mean, you're a fucking police officer, for Christ's sake. I mean, don't you fucking know about the world or American pop culture, for Christ's sake? Was he? You gonna tell me you don't know who Michael Jackson was? Come on, man. This asshole's only been making music for the past fucking 25 years. I mean, there's no excuse. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's whatever. Anyway, did I say the GD word? I hope not. Big Frank, what's up, man? I'm gonna drop a link. Now that I got that out of my system. You know, there's a professional courtesy that certain people should be afforded. You know, I'm not saying celebrities are special, but depending on the celebrity, they should be afforded certain privileges, you know, certain accommodations. Just because they're not from my generation doesn't mean I don't know about them. Is this guy kidding us? What the fuck? I mean, look, don't break my balls, break the cop's balls. I didn't know who he was. I'm just a ginger cop. You don't know who fucking Justin Timberlake is, you moron? I mean, it's ridiculous. He's supposed to get a pass because he's Justin Timberlake. I know I'm not getting a pass for driving drunk. No, well, look, we're average citizens. You know, if we break the law, we know we got to get fucked by the law. If you're a celebrity making millions of dollars and you're famous around the world, you know, you should be afforded some respect. Like, listen, I got a fucking tour to do. I got a studio album I'm coming out with. I can't afford to be fucking going back and forth to court with this DUI bullshit. All right, just because I had a drink with my dinner. God forbid, you know. Oh, I had a glass of wine with my fucking steak. You know. Anyway, what's up, Frank?
What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello to everyone. Very big news out of Detroit.
Out of Detroit.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love this. Gunner finally got his position in the mob.
Oh,
his uncle, Mr. Toko, has died, and he is now the official boss of the Detroit family.
Sounds like a sad day in Detroit, huh?
No, I mean, it fucking was coming. How the fuck do you miss that content, Gunsmoke? Come on, man.
Well, what do you mean?
You know the shit that's gonna come out of Gunsmoke? Not Gunsmoke. Fucking Gunner now.
No, what?
Oh, forget about it. How fucking, you know, he was there while his uncle was dying and all that other crap. And
oh, this guy really died?
Yeah, you didn't see the Nadu article. Has anybody seen it?
No, I didn't see that yet.
This is fucking great content. How can you fuck this? I mean, this is. We could talk a week about this. He's all about, the cooperators are having a field day with that. Didn't you hear what he said on his?
I don't watch Gunner. What the fuck?
I don't watch him. He put that on one of them fucking YouTube.
Let me check the dude first.
His page is you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, let me check the dude.
Where's the dude? Is he up?
Yeah, he's hanging out with Nita right now in Vegas, motherfucker.
He ain't doing shit with Nita. He can't.
Yeah, right. Keep your paws to yourself, you. The reputed and current consigliere of the Detroit Partnership. The Detroit Partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, man.
Like it didn't even exist. They used to meet at a fucking Olive Garden fucking twice a week.
Yeah, it's the mob out there.
I mean, if this fool was going around Detroit saying he was who he was and nobody fucking did nothing to him, I think the Detroit Partnership died a long time ago.
Detroit
You know what
Partnership. I mean? Was it a fucking law firm?
Yeah, they met at the fucking gay club.
This is my partner.
Yeah. What was his name? Vito from The Sopranos was there.
Yeah.
And what was the other guy's name? Coffee Cake.
Yeah, I could get a doctor's note. Oh yeah, doctor's note for what? Saying you don't like to suck cock?
Listen to Listen to Derby Dignity. He says Olive Garden sucks. Oh, we got a fucking PhD student.
Fuck the Olive Garden. You know they're raising their prices over there.
I'm sorry.
Olive Garden's raising their prices. Yeah, it was an excellent show yesterday.
Yeah, they're fucking getting sued for all the time people got food poisoning.
Peter Specs Taco has died at the age of 76. Taco
Dude, that
was
sounded so Mexican. Peter's Tacos died.
Peter Specs Tacos. Grande Taco. What do you call it? I forgot. Anyway,
Taco. You know,
no,
I'm a
Supreme
taco. You remember he used to
Taco.
fucking his veins used to pop out of his neck. I used to protect Taco's kid.
Yeah, he used to scream into the camera like, you know what I'm saying? He's all hopped up on that fucking methamphetamine.
Fuck a couple of grams of coke coming out of his nose.
Yeah, he was a nut. Taco was the grandson of William Black Bill Taco, the founding member of the group. His uncle was longtime Detroit boss Jack Taco.
You're making this so fucking Mexican, bro.
Can I take your order? Welcome to Taco Bell.
Detroit Tacos and Sons.
Yeah. All right, let's check out Gunner's channel now. Gunner.
He's a real
10,000
deal.
subs. Oh, yeah, for sure.
He used to pal around with that other fucking guy out in, what was his name? The fucking guy out in Florida. Self-proclaimed the made guy, Cyril de Formaggio.
DiPaggio or Formaggio?
No, Formaggio, not DiPaggio. But I heard he liked the Formaggio, too. You know what I mean?
Now Gunner says, heard Pete Specs Taco died, so I guess I could post this pic now. Allegedly, he was a street boss. Don't know which, don't care, never did. But he was a cousin of mine by blood.
God damn, there he goes again. He waited for this fucking guy to die. That's the fucking Danny Trio, Ramondi, fucking. These people are diseased. They should go fucking check themselves in.
He was a cousin of mine by blood, maybe second or third.
By ass.
Never
By ass.
cared
He was
to
a cousin
look.
of his by ass.
Didn't really know him. Naturally, he was a lot older than me. But he did know my uncles and grandfather, who were cousins, who had the same last name and grown up in the same neighborhood.
He's at it again. He's gonna get some simps out there that fucking. I know a simp that fucking used to subscribe to his shit one day. You know, I was coming out of the house one time and he had this fucking bag with this fucking guy's name on it. And he was trying. I go, who the fuck is that? He's like, oh no, nobody. You know what I mean? Come on, man. He got you too.
Oh, look, he's telling a story too. Specs immediately started busting our balls, calling us fanooks and pretty boys. He looked me over and said, ain't you supposed to be a tough guy? You guys look like a couple of fanooks.
Tonight. I got a fucking penis with your name on it.
This guy wrote a whole fucking essay.
Bro, he's using this as an opportunity. That's what he's doing. But bro, you didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
Come on.
He said not many real OG mafiosi left in Detroit.
No,
not
just
that
him.
I know
Just
of.
him. He's the only one.
He's the last one, man.
Yeah, he walks around the fucking hunting grounds acting like Don Corleone. Hop along, Kizarish.
Yeah.
Shrek is from Detroit.
Shrek is from Detroit?
Right on. What's up, Joe? What's going on, guys?
Say, boy. President of the Outlaws used to be a taco.
Yeah, now he's a burrito.
Taco kisses for my band. Taco, taco, taco. That was, oh, hold on. I got Sally Peppers here. Sally Peppers.
Hey, Frankie, where were you on the night of the 4th? I know it was you, Frankie. I know it was you.
Jesus.
I like that. That was good. What are you talking about?
Tony Silo sounds like one of those old detectives from 1930s in the movie.
Yes, I read that comment, your comment that you left. He does sound like one of those. So where you been?
I know it was you.
Telly Savalas, who used to be like a throwback in the 70s. In the 70s, he was a throwback to that age of Hollywood detectives, you know, where they come in just like that, exactly.
We found your lipstick all over her collar, Johnny. You heard me?
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail. You're putting you in the big house, Johnny. You're going away. You're going up the river, see?
Where is Silo? Silo, hop on. Hey, Smoke.
Yeah.
Hey, Smoke.
Yo.
I heard the Chinese are coming to your house to put spyware on your computer. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. You can't escape them. I might as well make myself a TikTok.
I'm no cop. No, you're not, Silo. But even Sinatra played a cop in a movie, so that's no disrespect to you.
I'm not a
Remember
police
Sinatra?
officer.
No, Tony, I was saying you sound like one of those old. You have an old New York accent. Is what I'm saying,
Like
like
the
my Uncle
30s.
Tony. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
he's
what,
looking at
he
you,
knows a
kid.
lot of people. No, Tony, believe me, I'm not ragging on you, Tony. I love you. You better watch out there, Drum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth, okay?
Show some respect.
Hey, you can play the synthesizer to that dramatic moment. Facial expressions of Silo when he's about to fucking do something he don't want to.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was at my gig the other night, and this lady walked in with this like totally ghetto mink coat on, and I had my keyboard. I started playing that ghetto whistle from like the Snoop Dogg songs.
Oh, the worm. Yeah, the worm. Yeah.
The ghetto whistle. Whatever happened to Michael Wu?
Michael Wu or Kevin Wu?
Michael Wu, your buddy. Kevin Wu, yeah, one who fucking, what do you do? He's tearing and all that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be crying right now for me so I can fucking get some donations around here. God forbid.
Well, we're here, so listen, support the Gunsmoke show.
Green. Yeah, please. Danny Green, thank you so much. 5 Gunsmoke to Don memberships. God bless you.
And we do have the best kick-ass fucking chat room in all of YouTube. You know what I mean?
That's right, boy. Somebody was just telling me that yesterday, man. He's like, you got a great fucking chat, man.
Yeah, good people. Frank, you're not coming to New York anytime soon, right? I'm trying to think. I'm going to other places soon and next month, but New York is not on the list. I got to take you someplace that's going to make you laugh your ass off. I'm not going to tell you. You'll fucking die. No, definitely. I told you I'm gonna reach out to you when I come out there. I got a couple people I'm gonna reach out to as well. But yeah, we're definitely gonna meet up, Drum. Yeah, no, I'm taking this place. You're gonna fucking laugh so hard. I swear to God, you're gonna crack up. It's fucking funny. You'll appreciate it because you make a lot of these references that a lot of people don't know. Well, I went there the other day and I was rolling over and doubling over in pain. Crack! I couldn't stop laughing. Talking about your Asians, you ever watch that movie Under the Rainbow? Oh yeah, remember that shit with Billy Barty? Yes, with Billy Barty, correct. Remember the pearl is in the river. There you go, Frankie. I'm telling you, we need to do a show called Useless Information with Frank and Drumcappella. Now, me and a buddy of mine, we talk about that movie all the time, and I made that comment, and he was like, "How the fuck do you know that?" I said, "It was one of my favorite movies, underrated movie. It was Chevy Chase. It was supposed to take place during the filming of The Wizard of Oz with all the munchkins, and then there's a whole bunch of fucking midgets in the place, or small people, whatever." And you got a whole bunch of Japanese photograph people. Watch it. It's a little complicated, but not at the same time.
That's right, boy.
What's with these hours, dude? I can't watch a show if it's going to be like at 3 o'clock.
No matter what time I go live, you don't have time for me no more. You're always fucking, I got to do this, man. I got to do that.
Oh, I work. I have 2 jobs.
I know, but what the fuck? You could make time for me.
I'm on listen, brick right now. I have 2 jobs, and then I came home one night and I went on Lefties.
Yeah.
And then you came on the next morning at like, I don't know, not morning, afternoon. I was out. I had no time to sleep, so I was sleeping all day. And then the other day when you were on in the day, I was on the train. I couldn't.
Yeah. Oh, you got no service.
Yeah. But then you go on with these hours. I was off last night, but I was asleep. I was gone.
No, you earned it. You earned a nice rest.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
here
in
now. That's what counts.
I'm in my busy season.
Yeah, look, as long as you come back to me once in a while, it's all good.
Hey, look at Santino Cangelini says the Earl is in the river. Yes, correct. He knows the movie. I could tell. I'm going to go meet Gary today. Gary. Oh, Gary.
Gary
Gary's
P?
a good guy.
He's coming in for medical things, so I'm gonna meet him today. I'm taking him for lunch or something.
Nice.
Shout out to Gary.
That's
Shout out
awesome,
to
man. Yeah,
Nightmare.
shouts to Gary, man.
Gary's a nice guy.
He really is. He really is.
I got off on the wrong foot with him. Remember?
Yeah.
He should stop drinking from that bidet. You know, he thinks it's a water fountain.
I don't think he knows how to use it, but shouts to Gary,
Not
man.
yet. Not yet.
But you
And,
sent him a bidet?
He asked me for it. I was like, "Yeah, send me over your information. I'll send it right out to you." And he never got back to me. So
Who
I
the fuck
sent him
sent
an
you a
email.
bidet anyway? I mean, fucking think about it.
Huh?
Who sent you those bidets? Oh, Fat Paul Italian did, didn't he?
I'm not going to say who.
Who needs
I
that
got
shit when I got a
two of
fire
them.
hydrant right outside?
What happened?
I said, who needs that shit when I got a fire hydrant right outside?
Yeah, but if you gotta ask like some of the women
That's
on
old
fucking,
school.
Mob Tube, then I understand. You need a fire hydrant.
Frank, you know what I saw yesterday? I couldn't believe it. I saw a block party. There were only 3 families on the block outside.
Block party still in New York.
There was only 3 families out.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And they were Romanian.
No, they were Italian. The last hang right on Avenue. The last hang is on.
It was Italians,
Yeah,
really?
remember as a kid, a block party was bigger than Christmas back in the day.
No, we
you
got
could run
about,
on the streets with your bike and you thought you were fucking who, you know what I mean?
I got about 15 Italian families on my block.
Do
It's
you?
like they're like antiques
Yeah,
there. They should be like designated either like historic fucking. They should be like designated like a historic. What do you call that shit? You know what I mean?
Landmark. It's called landmarks.
Yeah. The Italians, they're historic landmarks now at this point. And they're fucking busting open the fire hydrants still. Jesus.
I seen him do the right thing for the first time about 2 weeks ago. I mentioned that the other night, and I got nostalgic when they were doing that. They were breaking the can up both sides so they could put it on the hydrant. You weren't allowed to do that. It would close up the hydrants on a hot day if it didn't have a sprinkler system. Remember?
Yeah. Yep. You had to go to the fire department to get the one with the holes in it. Remember?
Well, let me tell you something. Yeah, of course. So you had to go there and they had to issue it. But you remember you had the wrong guy fucking. It was like the wrong DJ playing with that fucking hydrant. He was knocking over the women, the fucking old ladies.
Yeah. Like I saw a car window break one time.
Yeah, the kid that was most likely to end up in Sing Sing behind that fucking hydrant.
Dude, we used to do. We did that shit too. It was foul. We used to do some crazy. I remember we used to let. I don't know if you did this in your neighborhood. We used to let we used to get a big fucking branch of a tree, and we used to put it on a fishing line, and we put it at the end of the street over the telephone pole. And when the car would stop at the stop sign, we let it down in front of the windshield, and then pull it back up.
Just a line.
And then we used to take. Yeah, a whole big fucking branch, like a tree would come down in front of the guy's windshield, and then we pull it up there.
Wow. That's fucking.
Yeah,
that's
we didn't drop him. We just dropped like this right in front of him, like kind of when he stopped at the stop sign. And then we used to take garbage can covers and put a fishing line on them and put them across onto a where people would walk by and we could have killed somebody. And then the fucking lid used to fly into them.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, we did a lot of fucked up shit. In retrospect.
I remember sitting on the wrong stoop on a summer day on a nighttime. Not nighttime, we didn't have to hang out too much at night, but you get the fucking old ladies throwing hot water on you, or water, whatever, from the third floors.
Well, I know I heard you heard me talk about the kids I used to hang out with, Pan Albie. They lived on my block, but they used to deliberately start fights with kids. Like they'd go over to a kid's brother and like punch him in the face and just like walk away and go, "Yeah, you want that?" And the brother used to come looking for him. And go, "Yeah, meet me here in 20 minutes." And then he'd be on some roof with furniture, fucking old fucking garbage cans, furniture, and the kid would come like to the place to meet him to fight him, and he'd be throwing fucking furniture down at the kids. They were out of their mind, those fucking guys.
Those people were retarded. I mean, how old were they? I mean, it's not cool to talk about their dead, but I mean, what did they reach? The 22 years old each?
I predicted they wouldn't live past 18, but they did, 20 and 21.
Wow.
20 and 21. I thought they were twins.
No. Pat was older. I have the only known picture of Pat. It's on my community
Yeah,
page.
no, I didn't know him personally. They're like legendary in your neighborhood.
Listen, I had this camera. Remember those cameras, the flat ones? They were like flat. You know what I'm talking about, Frankie?
Well, you take the
Polaroid delay.
roll out.
Yeah, that film. Yeah, the roll of film. You had to put the roll in like manually.
Yeah, you bring it to Kodak. Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah. I took that picture with that camera in my house of Pat, and nobody has a
wow.
picture of him with me. There's no pictures of
Wow.
Albie anyway.
I'm surprised nobody's approached you to try to buy that.
No, I sent it to his sister before she died some years ago.
Oh, okay, okay. You know what it is? A lot of these fucking like people do documentaries or anybody who's into the mob. So pictures are what they sort out, and because it proves the authenticity between you, the relationship between you and the person you took the picture of.
Yeah, I mean it's like to have the only known picture of these kids that are legendary in my neighborhood is wild. But I was the first one. I was the first one he met in school. He sat behind me. They moved over
Right.
from Flatbush. And he kicked my chair and said, "Give me a pencil." And I gave him a pencil out of my bag, and he's like, "No, I want your pencil." Those kids, this is what I had to endure with those kids. Like, you would walk down the street with them, literally just out of nowhere, he'd punch you in the face for no reason. I remember the Sting and American Graffiti were playing at the Highway Theater, a double feature. The guys weren't paying the film company, so they ripped all the films away from them. They didn't give them any more films. So they had those two films in their possession, and they played them every weekend for like a year and a half. And every weekend, we used to go into the theater, and it was only 75 cents to get in. And we go in through the side. One guy would go in, and we let everybody else in. Every weekend, Pat would pull the cushion off the seat of the seat on his chair, and he'd throw it through the screen. There were like 17 holes patched up in that screen. Every week, he'd go and fling the fucking seat through the screen.
Fuck. Yeah, no, they were special, kind of special.
I remember the one time we were on West 7th and Kings Highway, and we in the back by the post office, and Albie goes, "Look at this little railroad tie sitting there on the side of the street with sand and shit." Albie goes, "Get that railroad tie." I said, "I ain't gonna lift that by myself. You fucking do it." He grabs the railroad tie. We start dragging it. We throw it onto the train tracks. We derailed the train. They were looking for us for fucking 4 or 5 days.
Nah, man, they were destructive.
We were 13 years old. I mean, this is 1970 something.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Crazy times. You know what I missed the most? And I always talk about this. I miss the food out in your neck of the woods. Fucking great stuff.
Yeah, well, you ever been to Joe's Avenue?
No.
That's the one I showed you to Pinnell that day, remember?
Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah, you showed it to me. I never been there, but you showed it to me when you had the Pinnell. You made me hungry all fucking day. I haven't had chickpea fritters in a long time.
The monkey used to eat there.
The monkey used to eat there.
Yeah.
Oh, you see monkey. I seen a picture of him today on where the fuck was it? One of these mob fucking flunky channels. They had a picture of the monkey, the one with the Neil Della Croce.
Della Croce, boy.
Did you see the picture with him and the monkey?
Yeah, of course. I've seen that picture.
Yeah, I seen that one again. I didn't think the monkey was that big. Ronnie was my co-defendant, Filicomo. And he used to talk about that fucking monkey all the time.
People love that monkey.
Did you know Ronnie Drum?
Which Ronnie?
Filicomo.
No, I know the name. Maybe if I saw him, no, I didn't. I probably didn't know.
He used to hang out on Avenue U, and he was the guy who owned that monkey. He was actually the shooter. He's the guy who actually killed Sonny Black.
But they were always around 3 or 4 guys when that monkey was around.
Yeah. No, you know who tells a great monkey story? Because he was he was part of that, not the family, the immediate family was Rob Jean.
Yeah, Rob knew all those people. Yeah.
Well, his whole family, they're family to him, frankly, and all of them.
Hey, Darren, yeah, Joe's bar. Big Ange used to work there, so my aunt lived directly across the street. right next
Well,
to the
that's what
park, right next to
she named
the.
her bar the Drunken Monkey over the because of Stacy the Monkey. That was the monkey's name.
Well, see, that's my cousin. My cousin Laurie was the head bartender in the Drunken Monkey. So when I got back here from Vegas, I played there for like a year. It was called the Funky Monkey by then. They
Oh,
changed the
okay.
name, and this guy
Yeah, they had a
Tommy.
killing there. They had a killing there outside right there or something.
Yeah. It was a racial thing too, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, but Angie's brother, I know for a long time. Friends of the family, So I
She was the
mean,
only character I really cared for on that fucking show. She came out real. I liked her.
She was a
She was pretty
sweetheart.
genuine. Yeah.
listen, she paid for my aunt and my cousin's funeral. She's a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful
My
person.
childhood buddy Joey was married to Carla for a while. I think they had twins. To be honest with you.
I didn't know a lot of those Staten Island girls. Like to tell you the truth, I never,
I didn't know the girls per se, but I mean all the males in the like. For example, I never met Drita's boyfriend Lee. I never met him. I've heard of him. That whole crew back in them. But back to like TG, of course. TG I knew. Hector I know. Who else?
Oh yeah, Darren, you're talking about
Sammy,
yeah.
Sammy's daughter. I never met her, but Sammy I was in prison with.
Yeah, you told that story. Yeah, Darren, Joseph Avenue was on McDonald's. Yeah, it was right before McDonald's. I went on with Gunsmoking Frank, and I was eating a Panel, and I showed them the sandwich.
No boy,
the best. I buy them frozen, and I bring them home, and I cook them myself.
What do you think of this fucking Gunner? So now that he has the, he's at the.
He doesn't have any pictures with nobody.
Yeah, where's his pictures? I want to see a picture.
Where's his fucking pictures?
Him and Ramondi.
I'm still gonna do that thing with the Ramondi. I know you guys couldn't hear me that day. I went to the Carnies in Coney Island, but I'm gonna do a whole thing on that. I'm gonna fucking go there, and I'm gonna interview them for like fucking 20 minutes.
Well, I think somebody was telling me he's not even Italian. I think he's Puerto Rican or something. Which is
Who,
not
Ramondi?
wrong with that. But I mean, Ramondi, yeah.
He's Puerto Rican.
Well, that's what I heard. Yeah, I heard it. So don't. I'm not 100%. Not even close, actually.
I told you guys.
Why did that put him in Puerto Rican?
I told you guys, Ramondi was the dispatch.
Hey, they kicked him out of the no-fly zone. Carlos, if you. Yeah. He's that. He's actually Edwin in real life.
This is a family channel.
That guy's been having dementia forever.
I think that fucking guy sleeps in that suit.
Yeah, I know he does.
He sleeps
In
in
the
a
coffin.
cast. Comes out
In the
with
coffin. I'm still alive. Hello, Angel.
Your most beautiful human being.
Your father was a great man. This is a family channel.
Stop. I don't want to be the fucking thumbnail of the show tonight.
I'm going to bring you some arroy con pollo, and I'm going to bring it to you, and we could make some good pot pie.
It must be nice having a guy who suffers from dementia send you money. God damn. Can't make that shit up.
I have a few pesos.
You can tell she's reluctant. I'll be fair to her, though. You can tell she's reluctant to take it. Thank you. Thanks, okay, Edwin. Have a good one. We love you. Like, get him out the door.
Edwin reminds me of Bela Lugosi. Home? I have no home.
He comes out of a casket at fucking 11 p.m. and then go back fucking 15 minutes later.
This channel is my home.
Yeah, you sound just like him.
Please
better watch
stop
out.
cursing.
He might put that fucking Santeria on if you keep talking about it.
I love Emory like a song. Fucking guy.
Like a song.
Yeah, he always says that. I love Emory like a song.
Yeah, Junior. Oh, man.
My Nazi baby.
Oh, God. Can't make this shit up.
Norwegian guy, a member for 1 month. Thank you, brother. He says, join the club, guys. Yes, and thank you to Carmine Castellano and Danny Green.
Carmine Castellano.
Carmine, good dude.
Yep,
Carmine's out in Brooklyn, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You see that picture on my community page with the pot pie with the swastika on it? Oh man, you've had a pretty good show yesterday. I was listening to a little bit of it before.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting. It was pretty deep actually. Yeah, I came on for like a minute. I was saying like China needs to be held accountable for all the bullshit that they did to us, man. Fucking need to hold them accountable for everything. You know, we
We're gonna have
don't
to
do
go along with
nothing.
them one day. Yeah, someday it's
Fucking
gonna have to happen.
And you know what? Smoke. They're a paper tiger. You know, they're not tested. You know what I
Right
mean?
now, yeah.
I heard they have
Russia
cities.
too.
Listen to this. I heard they built these makeshift cities for tourists, like replicas of like Oklahoma and Texas, like with these skyscraper kind of mini skyscraper buildings, and like replicas of Paris, and they're abandoned. Like nobody goes there. Nobody went there. Like the
Yeah.
economy's not what they say it is. So, that. And listen, I heard I heard your thing last night when I came in for a minute, and I said hi about the drug thing. Man, I have a friend who's an ex-Fed, and he said that the war on drugs is fake. It never existed. It's bullshit. It never happened. There's no war on drugs, and if anything, the funding from that, we're using the money from all the fucking drug shit that comes through. You know. It's amazing that fucking if we wanted to stop the drugs coming in, we could do it. I mean,
Of course.
check this out, right? So this is before our time. Cuba, the whole Bay of Pig fucking thing, the embargoes. From 1960s, how many fucking cigars did you see in? I know it's not as addictive as drugs, but we stopped everything that was fucking from that country, and I'm talking about everything, okay? And you didn't even see a fucking cigar, a Cuban cigar in this fucking country. I mean, it had to be like brought in through somebody's ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they went to. That's when things were being done. They could stop, but there's too much money being generated by bringing drugs in this country, and they're not going to stop. No, it's not going to stop. Everybody, listen.
Business.
How many politicians? It's a vicious cycle. Listen, this whole shit with fucking this whole shit with the fentanyl shit, that's another game, man. It's sad. You know what, Frank? And I don't mean to say this sounding like, because I had both my brother and my sister directly and indirectly died of drugs. So, but like the thing is, nobody forces you to take those drugs, bro. No, you know what I mean? No, nobody's standing over you going, "Here, take this." You know what I mean? I mean, it's not. But it's a deep guy that goes thinking it's something else. He goes in there and fucking gets, dummied up. You know what I mean? Listen, all three of us right now, if we wanted, we have the choice. We could go get high off those drugs or not. It's just a matter of how deep is the pain in somebody's life that they want to do that. You know what I mean? You got to look deeper into it. It's not just the fucking drug. It's the person that's taking the drug. What's causing them to want to do this themselves? Of course. That's what we got to mental health in this country is really fucking the most lax thing there is. I'll tell you right now.
That's probably the biggest threat to America is the mental health.
Tony Silos coming a little bit in the direction I was with that. It goes beyond that though. There's people like he was bringing it up just that like to do their little bumps here and there and whatever. I'm not saying that's right, and they're being laced with that shit. I believe that's happening. Yeah, but you know what? Listen, I'm not saying that it's but there's something behind why people are taking drugs. It's not just of course. And that's what we got to get to. We got to get to the mental health part. What pain in these people's lives that something hurt them so bad that they're going to this? You know what I mean? Like my brother was Vietnam. You know what I mean? That was it. Mm-hmm. For my sister. She always had a problem with fucking depression, and AIDS inevitably took her out. IV drug use. But, Drum, I'm sorry. Hold that thought for a second. And continue. Nadu wants to come on, Gunsmoke.
Yeah, I dropped a link.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Drum. No, so we got a lot. Listen, even the homeless issue, I always say, like the homeless people, yeah, no, there's a lot of fixing. But it's If you allow yourself to be homeless because you have obviously it's a mental problem. You know, there's mental issues, man. People get depressed. People
Believe
are
it or not,
sad.
there's a lot of people that are homeless and financially, financial too. You know that.
Right. I mean, it's a lot of things. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying that there's something in these people's lives that cause them to want to feel no pain. You know, I had my daughter had
There's
depression.
something there. And we're humans, and we all hurt in one way or the other. Some can
My
take it,
daughter,
some can't. I mean, it's just
my
life,
daughter, my daughter
you
was
know.
clinical, and her way to deal with it was to cut herself. So everybody
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
way. And I said, "What? Why were you doing that?" She said, "Because I was able to feel something." It stems. Everything stems from a mental issue, dude. Everything. We all have some kind of depression. Everybody does. You know.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Leave it for to the big boys, I guess. I mean, I don't definitely have the answers to that. We all have gone
That's
through
why.
our
That's why.
things.
That's why I don't knock people. You know,
Yeah, me
they
either.
use drugs.
It's just, I don't know what the hell's going on, and I don't start with me. I start with other people. And what I mean by that is, um, when I see other people, I say, well, at least, like it could be worse. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of depressions, Frank, is clinical. It's not caused by, like I heard Silo say. People are saying, "Oh, you could have did more to set." No, don't blame Silo. It's not Silo's fault. It's not Maureen's fault.
No, no,
There's
no,
a
no,
deep
no.
mind issue of why they go do what they do. It's not anybody's fault. So for somebody to say that to Silo and Maureen, they're fucking straight up scumbags because it has nothing to do with them.
Oh, there's
You know what
and
I
there's a
mean?
lot of that, and there's a lot of that going on here with the fucking, just the lack of respect, the lack of fucking,
Yeah. There's nothing worse
so
than
yeah, just these people have lost their kids, man.
I think about it and I want to off myself. I couldn't even imagine what they're going through, and for somebody to say that to them is
Oh
fucking
no, yeah,
ridiculous, bro. You know?
100%, 100%. Where's the dude?
Where's the dude?
Hey, what's
Nadu.
up? I was hoping I could offer a thought on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I want to make this clear. I'm looking at this strictly from a strategic standpoint and how I'm not obtuse enough to believe that we'll ever do anything about this because, as you guys are talking about, there's a huge amount of money made on a yearly basis from narcotics, right? I mean, it funds the criminal justice system essentially. Most crimes are committed directly because of the drug trade, right? But I think we need to look at, and I mean this, and just hear me out for 1 minute. And I'm not talking about piecemealing it, one state doing it, one state not doing it. I'm talking about a federal initiative to the level of like coming out of the Great Depression, where we legalize everything. We regulate it because with regulation brings taking all the poison out of this shit. The stuff that is killing people is poison. It is not drugs. It is poison. We need to control it. We need to regulate it because in the end, these individuals doing narcotics are going to do them regardless. Why not get them into a regulated environment where we take all the money we've wasted hunting people down and putting them in prison because we can't control it. We take all that money and we throw it back in to the problem. We create more outreach centers. We create safe places for these people to go. We offer more in terms of rehab. People see their friends off the streets getting clean. Maybe we offer some sort of tax break because in the end, most of the people that are directly involved in doing drugs on a daily basis offer very little to the tax base. They don't have jobs. They don't offer anything. Get them help, get them back to becoming members of society again. And in the end, it will all pay for itself because these people down the road will have jobs, they will have houses, they will have things. What are we doing now? Nothing. We are making it worse and worse and worse. We need to regulate it. Okay. Again, decriminalize it. And I'm not talking about piecemeal shit. I'm talking about really a large initiative. It would take generational type change to do, but it could happen. The problem now is it's uncontrolled, it's filled with poison, and it's killing people.
I agree 1,000%, Jeff. But there's also got to be something grandfathered into that where we wean them off of it, not just keep them.
That's what I mean by we have locations like a hospital where instead of people shooting up on the street in front of kids, we put them into areas where they're weaned off of it. They're giving lower doses. And remember, this is the biggest thing about what I'm saying. The reason stuff like, for instance, gambling, for a long time, sports betting was not regulated. There was all sorts of shit going on. It gets legalized. It's now regulated. It has a body that oversees it, just like any other thing. Think if we had something that we could take all the poison out of this shit and people are weaned off it correctly under a doctor's orders. And they
Not
then
to mention, you cut the head off the dragon, and they're out of business. You know what I mean?
And again, I'm not talking about bullshit words. I'm talking about real initiative where we say enough. We're done lining our pockets with drug money. We're done allowing drug cartels to be multi-billion-dollar year organizations. We're done feeding the black market on drugs because at this point, as you just alluded to, this is the biggest threat to this country. It is the biggest problem. And remember how vast this drug game is. Okay, from the birth, like for instance, where heroin starts it's an opium plant, where it starts until the street user at the end. Look at all the people involved in making that happen. It is a huge, huge form of capitalism for a lot of people. There are a lot of people in this country that make a living through the drug trade. Look at how many people have make something out of this, and look at just the damage it does. There's no bigger problem, but listen, I don't believe none of this will ever change because there's too much money.
People are talking about the Venezuelan migrants, right? You know what a large percentage that China is sending over the southern border, and they're all chemists. A lot of them have military background in chemistry. They're coming here for a reason. They're coming here to manufacture the drugs here, so they don't have to send them.
I'll tell you this, and I've predicted this for a long period of time. I mean, one of the things that I probably do in my personal time more than mob shit is cartel. And you're 100% right. I mean, if you don't think that the things that go on in Mexico, I mean, Venezuela is a hellscape, Brazil, places like Ecuador is completely out of control. These places, if you don't think that's going to come here, and again, I've said before, I don't like the government in this country at either level, red or blue, but it is not safe whatsoever to allow tens of thousands of people to undocumentedly come into this country. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they're up to. And listen, organized crime isn't stupid. Okay. The people that are coming here, these organized crime groups, they're not stupid. Okay. They know there's big business here. And that's why they're billion-dollar organizations, fentanyl is I've always wondered, and the people that have sold drugs at a high level, maybe they can educate me, but I don't get it. If I'm a cartel, I don't understand. Again, I know why there's a lot of money in it, but it also kills your customer base. I don't understand the point in doing that because I think long term it's a bad business move to sell fentanyl.
I think there's another nefarious hand involved in that.
Oh, sure.
Because I mean that's a great point. Why would you want to kill your fucking base? I mean,
and it might not happen. It might not happen today or tomorrow. But Frank, long term, most of the people that do fentanyl are going to die. And to me, like I look at drugs more as like a business. Again, I know there are people that are hurting, and we all know someone. I just look at it as I'm fascinated by, for instance, like cocaine, right? Cocaine is extremely easy to move, right? There's very little upkeep in creating it. It's essentially only made in 3 countries in the world. You buy it, you move it. Meth, weed, all that stuff takes time to cultivate and to make, right? So cocaine, I'm just not sure why some groups didn't just say, you know what, we're just going to sell cocaine and that's it. You can make a lot of money off it. I'm not saying it doesn't kill people, but it's not going to kill people to the level of a fentanyl or something like that. But for me, I don't get the fentanyl thing. I never have. It's cheap. You make a lot of money on it. But
that's what it is. And talking about why don't you just sell cocaine? Because not everybody could afford cocaine at one time, so they had to either do the pachuca. Or the pachuca was, they called it bazooka as well. Was a form of cocaine that later became crack.
Right.
the
You're, and that's the thing. I think, but why be too greedy? Why don't you say, you know what, we're going to make a shit ton of money wholesaling this. You know, I just think drug dealers get too greedy eventually, and I think long term, they're public enemy number one now. I mean, you got this guy Donald Trump saying that he wants to kill, he wants to give the death penalty to large drug traffickers. Which, if he wins, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next.
We're going to turn into Thailand. Anyhow, but I mean, back to like, you see what's going on is a lot of these people that get these drugs in their hands, they're stamping them out. They're misdosing them. Somebody just said on the chat, well, you know, fentanyl is not poison. It's actually a drug being used. Yeah, it's been used in cancer cases. I know, and I'm not that educated on this.
Yeah, but it's
but it's being misdosed. You know, you're getting a little dose in a fucking pill that can kill.
Well, you remember that's, but if you look at like, for instance, heroin, oxycodone, when given at a small dosage, is used pretty frequently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And injuries, all sorts of things. It's the level of amount you're taking, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the issue.
Yeah, it's about regulating your dosage, and that's what it is. Is that fentanyl the real fentanyl? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but let's say if it is, too much of it can kill you. Yeah, and you're getting these fucking people with no education at all, fucking sheep herders and fucking cattle people stamping these drugs together. You understand? They could give you a pill that could kill 10 fucking people, and that's what they're taking.
Well, listen, in long term, I mean, you're going to have a real problem because your customer base is going to die, and it's not going to be fentanyl. That's not going to be the last drug. They're going to make worse stuff than fentanyl, and then worse stuff than the next thing.
Hey, was fentanyl the stuff that Michael Jackson was putting in his drip?
I don't know.
That I'm not sure.
Oh, there was that one guy who was using codeine, which is totally different. And a lot of rappers were starting to use that Robitussin crap in their drinks and getting the pure form of codeine. Remember that? Yeah, you heard about shit like that back like 10, 15 years ago.
It's just amazing to me. We just don't learn here in this country, and we never learn from our last mistake, right? I mean, it's interesting that in the 80s, we saw a city in this country go from being one of the safest to one of the most dangerous. And the reason for that is we allowed people to come here from Cuba, and we had no idea who they were. Jimmy Carter says, let them in, let them stay here. We're going to be a good country and accept everybody. Look how that.
Well, we did that in 1931 as well. And you know what came out of that? The fucking mafia.
Sure. And Frank, you better
Miami,
believe.
there was Sicily, and nobody even talks about that. What do you think all these upsiding citizens came from, the exiled country? What do you think? Upstanding, rather. You know,
and remember, these you hear a lot about Venezuelan gangs, right? We're hearing a lot about that. This group that these people are coming from, Tren de Aragua, they're a gigantic group of people in Venezuela, very bad people, and they're recognizing we can go to America, make a bunch of money, and they won't do anything about it. They won't put us in prison. They'll actually give us, hotels, and we can live like kings there. I mean, it's amazing that we just never learn from our mistakes.
Right. No, and that's what's going on. You see, whoever comes into this country from third world situation, from oppression, exile, letting the jails free, they're the ones that people say, wow, the Albanians are crazy and the Sicilians ever were. It's because they were the Sicilians in 1990. You know what I mean? Now the Venezuelans, not culturally, because everybody's culture is different, but I'm talking about with that drive, especially if they were criminals back then and seeing the opportunity where they were stealing a fucking gold. Now they could steal they had easy access to other stuff, cars or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's amazing. Miami
was a criminal at one time. America was the place to be a criminal.
Oh, sure. Well, it still is.
Of course.
It still is. I mean, you look at Miami. Miami in the 70s, late 70s was I read that people would literally not lock their doors at night in most areas of Miami. It was like a retirement paradise. And then within literally 10 years, there were 600 murders a year.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. They made films about it. I we've seen.
And how safe was Cuba when they shitted on us? Very safe. I heard that fucking they just got rid of all their bad apples.
Well, that's exactly. And Fidel Castro even said it. He said, "We're gonna flush the toilet into America, and all the bad people, we're gonna let them. Why not clean your country? Let them all go to America. We don't got to deal with them anymore."
Yeah, no, I hear you. And Mussolini did the same thing. By 1924, he basically comes in power in 23 or 24. By 1929, there was no mob in Sicily anymore.
Because they all came here.
And he had this general Maury who was a fucking. I mean, he was Rudy Giuliani times 100. You know what I mean? He was exiling, killing people. And that's what happened. It just resurfaced in 43. So they didn't have the mob for a very long time. You know where the mob was? In New York City.
I heard Canada a lot of no Frank.
Oh well, anywhere except even South America, if you want to go that route, you know. But it was most prevalent in New York City.
I think in like Montreal, they kept it like very close to the Sicilian way, like bombing people and fucking doing all that shit. You know what I mean?
And look at Canada. Today, Canada still has no RICO Act. The mafia is very strong there. There's wars still, going on right now between biker gangs, black gangs, the mafia.
Yeah, I mean, Gene said it right on your show. He goes, "You could kill somebody out in Canada and be out in 8 years."
100%.
They were shooting family members through the windows in Canada, in Montreal.
Yeah, the Rizzuto family. Yeah, back to the old Sicilian way. It was that way until, I don't know, 2000. You see what happened there was once the older Vito Rizzuto gets locked up in that 3 captain murder, and I think that was what? When did Vitali brings him in? So it had to be around 2002, 2003, maybe a little later, but not much. And that's when people took advantage of the cat's away, the mice play. They killed what? His son, and they killed the old man. His father.
You mean Rizzuto?
Rizzuto, yeah.
Yeah. They shot his father through a sniper through the window.
Well, that's what Drumcappella was making a reference to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know what the situation is. Maybe Berman knows. What's his name? Bernstein?
Oh, yeah.
He comes out of the sewers at night and looks around and goes back into Detroit and writes about it.
I think 25 years is the longest you can get in Canada.
Most countries.
Yeah.
Italy stopped that a while back. It used to be that way. But unless you're an organized crime figure, does not come out of jail at all.
Right.
Gunsmoke, get those off?
No. Thank you, Roro, so much for the support. Thank you, baby.
He's bored. He's fucking texting Nita.
Nita, baby.
He's trying to see if she answers right away. Make sure she's not with Jeff.
Well, that's
She's
where
with Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from. I've literally never talked to her outside of this show.
Bullshit. You were planning trips to Vegas with her, pool parties.
No.
He was at the cigar shop with
lobster dinners.
Yeah, I was just messing around. I'm good.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. They were in Adventureland over there in Lancaster on the Ferris wheel.
Making out.
I got a question for you. Like back in Sicily, like in the 30s, was it more like a hidden thing? Like there was no reference to anything. Like nobody knew about them at all. Like, right? Is that true?
No, they were very much alive. They were very much alive within the towns.
The government didn't even know they existed. Like
in the 30s? In the 30s, yeah, they did. Yeah. Fucking Mussolini was oppressing those motherfuckers.
Yeah, the separation of the 2 Sicilies, and that's where it came alive. We're talking about they were very known they were doing a lot of their dirt from our Civil War was what, 1865 in this country? From that around that era on. People were paying protection money. That shit existed. Nobody went to the authorities.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, like in our town in the 1930s, the main guy you had to go to if you had a problem was Caesar's great uncle. His name was Vito Bonaventure. He was the guy everybody went to. They didn't go settle problems with the cops, and it was anything, and they were very diplomatic too.
Oh, by the way, Frank, I got a handle on where Caesar's brother is. I'm gonna try to see if I can get over there.
Oh, that'd be nice of you, really.
Yeah.
Yep. What's his name? Vito?
Yep.
Vito
Yeah.
boy.
We used to
that'd
call
be
him Schlep Rock. That was his nickname.
He was a schlep.
He used to run his brother's joint and then the pizza place, and then in the middle of the day, just leave it there. Just go.
Fucking Frank hitting the mic, bro.
That's
What's
not
going
me.
on?
Is that Frank doing that?
I don't know. Let me mute myself. Hold
No, it's not me. I'm good.
Hey, dude, you going back to Boston? Or you don't know yet.
I don't know. I mean, they want me to move to Chicago. Now that would they want me to be there every day. So it'd be hard just because I have a house. I don't want to sell it, but I don't know. I've thought about it.
Maintain your house and be there too.
I don't know. I've thought about it. I got to speak to my mother because she has plenty of people that could like rent it. I feel like, but I don't know. It's my house, you know. I don't really want no one here.
Toronto, what I wouldn't do, I wouldn't rent it until you know it was going to be solid over there. You know,
And that's my thing, and that's why it's like I got to really like give it some thought. I don't know.
Who's that guy? Frank the Tank over there. He goes around fucking taking hot dogs.
Well, he just likes them, so he goes and reviews them and stuff.
Special.
Yeah, he's funny. I love that guy. What are you talking about? I think I'm not gonna say I find him more entertaining at the Portnoy show, but what he does. But it's a good twist. I like hot dogs, and he goes around.
It's nice.
He rates them by a homer, a triple, a double, or a single. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good thing.
Who's fading out like that?
It's Drumcappella, I think.
He's got to be outside or something. You know, he's always walking around. This motherfucker. He can't sit still.
I got you.
I'm home.
Oh.
Drum, mute yourself.
I don't have my headset on. That's why.
Yeah.
I got you.
Let me see. Yeah, it's him.
I was like talking. It seems like we're on like Mars or something.
So what's going on up in your neck of the woods, there, Nadu?
None really. It's just hot out, man. It's really it.
I'm flying that way in about a month. I might come see you.
Yeah, we'll make it happen this time for sure. None really. Just chilling.
I like that town. It's a pretty nice town.
Yeah, it's cool.
So you come from a land down under.
Nah, Pennsylvania's come a long way. I mean, in the last 20 years. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I used to go to Lancaster back in the day, like 25 years ago. It was it's different now.
Yeah, Fat Bald Italian. You know, it's funny. Not that I don't believe Nita's not a beautiful girl. I've only seen literally her avatar. I don't even know what she looks like.
You don't need to see what she looks like. You get it? That's Gunsmoke. Oh my! Something tells me she looks just like her avatar.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yes, much better. God bless you. Thank you, Drum.
All right, I put my headset on. Yes, right.
No, Nita's a beautiful girl.
She is. She is.
How do you know?
I've seen her Instagram.
My mind tells.
She got plenty of pictures on Instagram.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she got plenty of pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen her.
Believe none of what you see and only half what you hear.
Nita, hit me up on Facebook. I'm just kidding. Gunsmoke. I'm kidding.
God damn you guys.
Dude, I see
I
the
don't
steam
care.
come out of the fucking the computer.
No, you do what you want.
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
If she betrays me, that's on her, you know.
Sheba.
I actually had a dream this morning.
Of A-Light?
No, I was dating some chick and she was cheating on me. And I was at my old job and I was miserable.
I
But
called
anyway.
John the other day. He never calls me back. I I don't call him much, but
Fuck you, Frankie. I got better things to do right now. I'm on a yacht. I'm in Croatia.
I will say, Darren C4, I've been there and I actually really like that city. I was super surprised. It was pretty awesome.
With Chicago?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it. I heard a lot of like what people said, and I just kind of took their word for it. But I was there a few days. I loved it.
Jeff, that's like every other
That's
city. You
nice.
go in a bad section if you're going to be in the bad section.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, maybe I just, you know, I don't know. Maybe I mean, I was downtown, but I didn't see like, you know, that's the thing about New York too. Like, I went to New York many times, like downtown, like Manhattan, and nothing ever happened like they said it would. Like, oh, you're gonna get robbed as soon as you get off the train. It's like that never happened.
Listen, you
I'm
can
not
go to
saying it's
Coney
fine,
Island. You can go to Coney Island, Jeff, which is small. Okay, you could go to Coney Island. You could walk around, be totally safe. You could go 4 blocks over,
Sure,
and you're done.
Yeah,
You know what I
sure.
mean? It's just a
That's
different
like that
thing.
anywhere, man.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. That is true. That's New York for you. Anybody remember that show back in the 60s, The Naked City?
Naked City?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. So, you know, it was like the prerequisite to like Law and Order, you know?
Yep.
Where they take New York stories and they built it around detectives and whatever, except with the courtroom drama aspect.
Yeah, who was an actor in that, Frank?
Oh, I forgot, man. It's been a
He
while.
was. I think he was in. Oddly enough, I think he was in that show Gunsmoke too. Funny
Son
you
of a
say that.
bitch.
Gunsmoke, right? I remember that show as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't James Arnaz in Gunsmoke?
Yes.
Yeah. I forgot. They had a lot of. They would change them. There was that one real Irish looking guy. He was the head detective in that. But they would change cops ever so often, you know, in the Naked City. But that, I mean, everybody. I see one with James Caan in it. Everybody was in that show.
But you saw that in reruns. You're too young for that.
Oh yeah, of course. No, anything that was black and white is reruns for me.
I probably saw it while it was still on.
Really? No, hell no. How old are you?
I'll be 61.
Nah. I think the show went 61. You were born then.
64.
Back in the
Nah, they were off the air by then.
69.
Barely though. Barely. 63. I think it ran from like 59 to 63.
But you know, in New York, reruns were prevalent. You
Yeah,
know,
you were mentioning, Frank, you were mentioning Bernstein earlier. And listen, I like Scott. I've done shows with him. You know, him and I don't talk much anymore. But, you know, I got to be honest, man. Like, I talk to people occasionally, but they don't like call me and say, hey, did you hear this guy's now an acting captain? Like, how does he know all this shit? I don't.
That was the most passive-aggressive approach that I ever. He
But
don't.
just-
He
like,
don't.
I
Let's
just
be
don't-
honest. Let's be cut and dry. He don't. I mean,
Yeah, I don't, like-
I'm gonna call him up. Would he go to the meeting?
Yeah, like, I feel like, you know, I feel like
He don't. I
know-
called him out on that shit. What, a year and a half ago, where the supposed banana fucking war was about to escalate and people were gonna be bodies all over the
I remember
street.
that. I remember that.
And I said, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? I mean, you're the guy who fucking brought Gunner Boom Boom around, whatever the fuck his name, Boom Boom Gunner, you know, and now you want to fucking talk about you have inside and this and that. You got inside of nothing, okay? I hate to talk like this because there's a mutual friend there. I'm a very dear friend of James Buccellato, and our families go back a long ways. But I mean, who the fuck talked to him about that shit? People are like, well, you don't know. He used to be an old prosecutor. What, in his county?
Well, you know what, Frank? Since Jeff started started going after like interviews that were like uncommon, I think I like his show the best, Jeff. Not because you're here.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, definitely. Jeff's show is
No, the one with the union guy, I loved it. It's the first time I've gotten like an inside look at what that was exactly like. You know?
Listen, I don't ever like to compare. I think there are very few channels in this, and I hope that like the good channels continue to do what they do. But like I've always had a real problem with folks that platform bullshit, you know, because it destroys the genre. I think it hurts. You know, one of the issues right now I've seen going on is we are now interviewing people that they're like cousin's uncle's sister was married to a mobster. Now we're interviewing them about their life.
Right,
You
somebody
know?
who saved fucking DNA on her fucking skirt because she blew fucking Joe Gallo.
Yeah, I just I don't get it. Like, why don't we just focus on either people that were directly involved And that's all. Look, there are plenty of people I haven't interviewed because I can't corroborate their story, and I don't want to put, because I think as long as we do that, we'll keep the genre alive. But I think this genre is just getting such a diluted level.
Yeah, but you got to go fresh with the Catolo's driver thing. Who would have even thought of that? I mean, that's like I would have never. That would have been the furthest thing from my mind, just seeing that guy being platformed. You know what I mean?
Wait, Catolo's driver?
Yeah, didn't you do that? Wasn't that you?
Mm-hmm. No, I've never interviewed.
Driver. He did a bad job.
Yeah, are you thinking about the right person?
Yeah, it was a Bill Catolo's driver.
No, I interviewed Bill's son, but I've never.
Oh, then maybe that wasn't you, but somebody did that, and that was great.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I've never heard about that.
Did you know Bill Drum? God rest his soul, Bill Catolo Sr.
I think he's one of the most interesting mobsters ever.
Yeah, no. Did you know him, Drum? Did you see him around? I'm saying.
No, dude. Listen, I told you, Frank. My dad. I don't even talk about that part of my life.
Of course, and that's fine. I understand.
I was a musician, bro. That's it. You know.
Yeah. Fair enough, bro.
I was a street guy in the sense that I was a mischievous kid at times, but I was really just music, martial arts. You know, I was running the schools with my brother. I posted those pictures online, martial arts.
Yeah.
I was doing all that
Well,
stuff.
I'm just saying, there's a criminal aspect, of course, in a criminal aspect. No, but when you go up in those neighborhoods, you see people around. You know.
Well, I knew the characters. I knew all these characters that were in my house, but I didn't know who they were. I had no idea until later when I got older. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way with a lot of people myself.
They didn't go, hey, this is. Yeah, my father never said, hey, this is Tommy No-Neck. He's a mobster.
Sure.
Hold on a minute. Let me just thank Lombardozzi. $20. Thank you so much, Lombardozzi. Good to have you back. What up, Goomba? Apologies for being MIA. Happy Sunday to you and awesome seeing Frank and Jeff here. Hope everyone has been doing great. Thank you, brother. You too, man. Hope you've been doing good over there. Thank you so much for the support. And also, if you want to save this genre, Jeff, you're going to have to start getting made guys to spill the beans. Maybe guys that are doing life like Basciano. What's he got to lose? Just
I've tried, man. I've written many of these people. They don't respond, or they don't want to do anything. Or I like even an associate. I have a guy I talk to pretty regularly. I've tried to get him to come on. He said at one point he would. Then he's like, I can't. And then it's hard, man.
Yeah.
An associate.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think
it's hard. It's difficult. I wouldn't talk to you fucking people. When I was back
in this genre,
and I'm talking about me. I wasn't even in the fucking maid game, you know.
Let me ask you something, Frank. What if one day you're at the Giannini club, right? And I come up and I walk in and I say, hey, you know, I'm with this publication. Would you talk to me?
You're getting kicked out.
What?
You're getting kicked out.
What would you say? Like, get the fuck out of here?
Get the fuck out of here. Don't come back. What the fuck?
Out of here.
Yeah, but like, you wouldn't be like, hey, okay, you know, it's cool, you know.
Yeah, let's sit down and have an espresso. No.
We're not interested.
You're gonna be chased.
I know. I'm just kidding.
There's a crack upside the head too.
Yeah, or even not against Lee or anything. All that fucking stupidity where you pull up with your car and shit like that.
What?
I mean, you can stick your head in a fucking piranha tank.
Oh, sure. And that's why people, it's funny, like that people that do that, like I would never do that, you know. Like you got to know what's going to happen, you know.
You know, do I want to go to Bed-Stuy in the middle of the 70s while everything was going on and the racialists go, hey, what's up, homie, with my hand up? You know what I mean?
But see, it's interesting now. It's different because like gang members and stuff like that, they want to be on camera. Like they'll do interview, like
they love to talk.
Like, you ever see that guy Tommy G? He just like interviews like, you know, gangbangers in like Chicago, and he just walks around with them.
Yeah, but you got to question yourself. How much of a gangbanger is that? You know what I mean?
Although they gangbanging motherfuckers, they're out there murdering. They're posting their shit on Instagram. You know.
And what's their lifespan as a freaking gang? What is
they
it, like
die young.
Months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't last long.
That's the whole thing about organized crime. It used to be a secretive, Italian one, a secretive society. Having a second job was encouraged at one time. Hanging out in front of a club with your chair on backwards and a cigar out of your mouth, that was too flashy. That's the whole 50s, 60s. That shit started changing with the Italian American and the American ways. But that you get into that thing to fucking make your gravy money on the side,
Yeah.
But it became bigger than U.S. Steel. You know what I mean? At one time,
Yeah, of course.
Hyman Roth.
Yeah, but supposedly Meyer Lansky really said that we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
I believe they were at one time.
You know what new type of content I'm thinking about starting?
Wow.
I'm like giving it a lot of serious thought. I'm like consulting lawyers about legal, what's legal and what's not. But I want to start one of those predator poacher shows.
I like that. That's great.
Because in my area, as Arolata said, in my area, we have a huge amount of chomos. Like, it's crazy. Because here in Pennsylvania, we have a map where you can like go and like search your area and see how many live in your area. And we have with the Amish community, it's like crazy.
I was about to say the same thing, fucking and the ones that are in the closet you just don't know about because they're protected by their fucking family, like the Hasidic community.
Yeah.
Just
that's how it does in the Amish community. They don't. They don't call the police.
I'm actually subscribed to one of those guys that chases the chomos.
What a handler I worked with back in the day. She, I've talked to her a few times. She was one of them prosecutors who became very, very conducive to going after the Hasidic community. She tried a case where the family was trying to defend a predator, and they started this whole NYPD has this whole network that goes after that community in general, and that's only like 15, 20 years old. And she spearheaded it one way or the other, and she's taken it, and she's Jewish herself, so she took a lot of flack for that.
I know a girl, she used to be in the Amish community. She's not anymore, but she did that too. She wasn't a cop or anything. She was more just like an awareness group, but she helped people that were victims of it. And they've shunned her completely. I mean, she's, once the Amish shun you, you're done. You're not getting nothing. You can't even congregate.
Nothing. No work. No nothing. Well, we don't see your fucking face. Yeah.
Yeah, there's many, and when you brought that up in your community, I was like, and those are the ones that fucking people know about.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's bad in the Amish community. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, they shit.
There was one around here that went viral. There was an Amish guy. He was maybe in his 20s, and he'd occasionally post on TikTok, like in his buggy and stuff. I'm not even kidding. It was a decently popular TikTok. He got caught up in one of them stings, and it went viral. It was bad. He was like trying to.
Hey Jeff, I think you're losing. Hey Jeff, I think you're losing your mind. I'm looking at the interview right now. You
really
did a show about this guy, Joe Campanella.
Oh, you mean a show I did? I thought you meant I interviewed him.
No,
I was like,
Andy's dead. Why would you interview him? That would be you need a flashlight and a shovel to interview him.
No, Campanella's alive.
I thought that's what you said too, Drum. That
Campanella's alive.
No, I said you did a show on him.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you meant interview.
I was pretty good friends with his brother Frankie.
That was a good show.
Frankie looked like Joe Belushi, John Belushi, with no hair and all a bunch of tattoos.
I thought that show was great. I really enjoyed it. You never knew about this guy, and nobody talked about him. It's like those guys in my neighborhood, like Mikey Marino and all these crazy fucking guys. I told you, the guy that dressed like Elvis. I mean, these guys were maniacs, and nobody talks about them.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, like in their sentencing memos, stuff like that. A lot of them, like they put a lot of that stuff on Pacer. So like you can, like all that stuff I got from that is stuff that when he debriefed, he talked about. Like when he, when he met, Bill for the first time. He, all that stuff.
The Campies, they're three brothers. One was legit as hell. The other one was trying to get out of the life, and the other one was played to the ball. Joey, he played it to the balls. He loved that shit. Fucking big steroid guy. He was pretty big. The whole 9 yards. Frankie was a crazy bastard too. He was in and out of the system. He beat a case in '93. You remember when they all brought him in?
Yeah.
And they were all in MDC. They were running MDC. If you ever been in jail with the Colombo family, people, you're gonna notice that they are the most they're jailers, man. They're the ones with all the tattoos and everything like that. They jail well when they do, But and they're wild.
Hey, put McGilla's comment on the screen, will you?
McGilla?
Yeah. Yeah, the guy's name was Mervin.
Sit up,
Mervin.
Smoke.
That was his name.
Pervin, Maryland.
Sit up, Smoke.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
Joey got shot.
I'm warning you.
He did. He got shot by that guy.
Chicky DiMartino.
Yeah.
And the Floridian.
He was a maniac. That guy. He was like an enforcer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he believed that.
A Chicky story. I don't know. I'll save it from some other time.
He believed Campanella slept with his wife.
Yeah. Yes. He had that in his fucking brain. He wasn't letting it go.
And he
but
went.
you also put that Floridian. You also put that Floridian was made. I don't know who told you that, but I don't think he was. I'm not sure.
I saw it in one of the
the reports.
And there's also, Frank, I don't know if you know this, but I saw a report where I guess in your debriefing you talked about a making ceremony that you drove someone to. Do you remember that?
I didn't drive the person to. The person was no. No. He told me about it after he came back. Yes.
Okay. Because I could have sworn that in the thing it claimed that you said you drove like up like the Long Island Expressway.
I didn't. They did.
I got you.
They did, and he came back. Well, I gave him how it happened. You understand? They were like, "How the fuck you know?"
Hey, IH Farmer, what are you talking about, bro? You must have not been in Lancaster because downtown is not a dump, bro. Like, you're nuts.
No,
right, dump.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a dump at all. There was that one block. I was like, "What the fuck is happening here?" They were having
that block you're talking about, like that's.
Yeah, no, the place is beautiful. What are you talking about? I'm defending what you're saying. I said, let's not go by one fucking block. It looked like the Manson family lived in there.
Yeah, that's a shame that it's gotten like that because it used to not be like that. They did a
beautiful place.
Yeah.
I thought was adamant. He goes, "Dump." He wants to piss you off.
I don't know if he was here.
Don't fight me, dude. It's a beautiful place. I was there.
No, I don't. I mean, if that's how he feels, fine. But where I live, I mean,
it's a fucking dump.
Wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
How would A-Light say? The dude lives in a dump.
Hey, Frankie, what are we doing in this dump? Reminds me of Woodhaven. Reminds me of Death
There's got to be a mediator between both of them. I thought, he's a good kid. He's not a bad kid. Yeah, but why the fuck you? And then I told Jeff the same thing. I go, you guys could get along, you know.
Albanian blood.
Albanian blood, and he's Albanian too.
That's what pisses him off the most.
He said I was a fake Albanian once.
Yeah, because you're not backing him up.
How many generations do you go back?
2.
And he probably the same thing, maybe more.
I bet you I know more Albanian words than him.
Oh,
Jeff, you don't have typical Albanian features.
Got cheap shot.
No, I'm just
he spends a lot of time over there.
No, I'm just fucking around. I don't have any issue with John. I mean, we had our beef.
We should have an Albanian spelling bee between John and
Jeff don't have usual Albanian features. I would have never guessed you were Albanian in a million years.
We've never seen you, Drumcappella, so we don't know what you are.
You absolutely have. I go completely on screen, my full body, my face, everything. On almost every gun poster. Walking around my neighborhood in front of my house with my address on the fucking building. So,
Sipping on gin and juice.
He's a Pakistani guy.
He's a Pakistani guy with a turban.
Yeah.
He's on the no-fly zone.
I go on with my guitar on shows. Like I'm full on face. No filters.
There's actually a rumor on Twitter that I'm on the no-fly list. Not even kidding.
I would have guessed, Jeff. I swear to God, I would have guessed you were Irish. I'm not kidding. I really would have.
He could
Well,
pass
he
for
looks
an
like,
Irishman.
looks like he told me I look like a Westie or a Russian. What did you say, Jeff?
I thought you looked like some sort of like Eastern, like Serbian, maybe, or like.
Yeah, like a Serbian.
Oh, come on, I fucking everywhere.
Croatian.
Serbian, Jesus Christ.
Like, if you told me you were from like, if you told me you were from like Georgia or Bulgaria or something, I wouldn't be
No,
surprised.
I've gotten that all my life.
There's that Russian actor that looks like Frank for that
But
movie.
like, look at him. But look at like
Rasputin.
Canelo Alvarez, the boxer. He don't look. I don't. If you told me he was Mexican, I wouldn't believe that.
Well, he's also mixed. You know that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no
Frank
Mexican looks like that.
Frank looks Bulgarian.
Bulgarian, yes.
Bulgarian boy.
I am Bulgarian. Can you tell?
You're a very nice man.
Nightmare, thank you. That's a privilege, bro. That's a privilege. I love everything about that culture, that area. I love Southern California.
I lived in Southern California for 12 years.
What part?
I was in it's a little town called Palm Desert.
Oh,
Palm
yeah.
Desert.
Actually, I was right on the border of Palm Desert, Bermuda Dunes, and La Quinta, and then Indian Wells. It was the Four Corners. Right,
Are
Palm
you
Springs.
familiar
It's the
with
Palm Springs area.
San Bernardino?
Yeah. Well, no, San Bernardino was further.
Fucking Pacoima boy.
Further east. Yeah, I did a lot of lamb time in San Bernardino.
I got to ask you guys something. I'm coming up on my 3rd year being on YouTube. What do you guys think is the funniest moment ever on YouTube with the mob genre?
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's a hard one.
There's a lot.
Me personally, I like the funniest like people and characters you're talking about.
No, just like one insular moment.
I guess maybe Lee getting slapped by Sammy the Bull's kid. That was pretty
That's up there. It's a lot of Lee
reverberating.
stuff that's up there. He does definitely when you talk about the mob tube genre, he definitely comes up top 3. I like
one of mine. I'd have to say one of mine was Bofa. The first couple of nights the stand-up guy was on, him convincing him to talk about the thing in 2020 and getting him struck deliberately. That was one of the funniest things for me. He kept talking about it, and the stand-up guy didn't know, and he just kept talking about it, talking about Trump and talking about this. And then the next night he called back in and claimed he was the heir to a furniture baron.
Oh my god.
So definitely Bofa, and the time that Eyelight's mother came into the picture of the screen.
Oh yeah, that was a classic. Yes, that was classic. I think Danny Trejo's wife coming on was fucking terrific.
And recently, Lefty had fucking a couple of doozies with fucking Fish and handstand guy and his brother. There was some funny ones there too.
Fish is a funny bastard. He really is.
I'm surprised not one person has mentioned that's the real fucking DV boy.
Oh yes, Tony
Silo.
Silo. How can we forget that one? That was really good.
Classic.
We're still calling people DV boys over that.
I'll never stop.
You DV boy.
Part of my everyday language now.
I just think it's funny when like you put like the word boy at the end of stuff. So like you jerk off boy.
Yeah, Tony's classic old New York. I don't know how old Tony is, but he must be around my age. You know?
DV boy.
He is classic. Let me tell you something. He knows a lot of stuff. A lot of shit.
I love when he talks about boxing, dude, because I
Also, guys, do you think it's funny that, like, to this day, Kane Shade, like, I always found Kane Shade pretty funny. I don't know. He's funny to me.
Cades.
He still calls him Vinny Maladone, and it's Vinny Matalone. It's always been Matalone. And he to this day always says, "You said you were Vinny Maladone."
And he's so obsessed about it.
Tony was listening. Oh, by the way, Tony's 56 years old, and he's going to let us know it. And there's a whole bunch of bangs with that. Look at that.
I'm older than Tony.
I will say another person I thought was abundantly real on here was Vinny Green. I was sure Vinny Green was Vinny Green.
I told you.
You got fooled,
Be
boy.
careful.
I don't want to say. I didn't want to say this. I told a few other people, but I'm going to tell you guys. I found Vinny Green.
Huh?
Actually,
Listen,
walked into his
Drumcappella,
garage.
I talked to a guy recently. I'll tell you who it was. Well, actually, I won't tell you who it was. But let's just say I interviewed someone recently, and I asked them. I said, if I played a soundbite for you, could you? You know, he knew Vinny Green, the real Vinny Green, pretty well, right? I said, does this sound like him? And I played one of Vinny Green's shows. He goes, I'm 95% sure that's him.
Wow.
Okay, so this is what you guys didn't catch. In his first incarnation of Vinny Green, he came on with an avatar. 2 days later, the avatar was gone. But I screenshot it because he said he was from directly in my neighborhood. So I screenshotted the avatar, and I heard what he was saying about. Somebody asked him what he did, and he said, I have a pet grooming business. So I did some research, and I was on the phone with Joey Dimes. I actually walked into his fucking store and asked him how much it was for a dog grooming. And it was him. It was him. He must have been using, his voice was a little higher pitched, but it was the same fucking accent.
They looked into that guy. They looked
And there's
into
a
that
million
guy.
pictures. There's a million pictures.
He used to be so
man.
funny when he would go, "What's up, everybody?"
Okay, look up Pampered Paws, New Utrecht Avenue. Vinny at Pampered Paws on Instagram. It's him. Because that was the picture that was in his icon. That was on his avatar. That's him.
Yeah.
Same picture. Yep.
I don't know. I thought they found that guy. They said that's not the right guy.
No, it's no.
dog grooming
No,
shit.
whoever said that it's not the right guy is bullshit. It's him. Because they didn't catch that. They didn't catch his avatar the first 2 days like I did. Because when you say it from my neighborhood, you say it from my neighborhood, I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
drummer boy.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. I was about to leave too.
Oh.
Then when Tony came on.
What's going on, guys? What's up?
I know that voice anywhere.
It kind of stands out, eh?
Tony, that Tyson fight's not going to happen, is it?
It will happen, but first he's going to fight Perry, the bare knuckle guy. It's
Oh,
going to
wow.
happen. Well, here's what happened. It was classified as exhibition. In an exhibition, you can take any fucking drug you want, steroid, anything you want to take. And once they made it a sanctioned bout, because everybody was saying behind, outside of the inner circle, oh, it should be sanctioned. So Texas went out and was able to get it sanctioned at a catch weight, which is pretty difficult to do because Paul's not going to come in there heavyweight weight. He will come in just around 200 now, so that is considered heavyweight. But without the steroids and everything, Tyson needs a lot more time to train. Because if you look at the clips and the shorts of seeing him do spurts of going crazy on the back, those are 15, 20-second spurts, around 3 minutes in a sanctioned bout. So, and I also seen in a couple of the ones that they did 2 of them in the city when we were there, and one down here in Florida. They spray him down with a water bottle to look like he's sweating. He's not really doing much in those, but there's a couple of videos out there of him actually working out. Not too good. So he needs time.
Hey, Tony.
So yes, sir.
Is the Gotti fight exhibition again?
It is an exhibition fight, yes.
Okay, so it'll probably be the same result as last time. Because, Floyd will have everything the way he wants it.
Floyd, listen, when you're worth $500 million or more and you're paying everybody that's walking into that arena,
Right.
except for the fans, you get to call every shot, and deservedly so.
Right. I figured.
Yeah, is that the way it's going to be from now on, Tony? Is it going to be all exhibition fights? Is that what it's going to be?
Well,
from
I tell you what, if you don't do exhibition fights, you're not going to get the ones that you really want to see anymore. Of course, there's a few, in boxing, but if you want to get certain names, the weights just don't make sense to be sanctioned bouts. And that was all because of Joey Gamache and Arturo Gatti that time. They went in there to fight as welterweights that night, and Arturo came in there at 167 pounds.
I totally get it. Yeah.
So in order to get something to be seen like that with a 15, 20-pound weight difference, you're going to have to go exhibition. You're not going to get it sanctioned.
So what's going to go on in the heavyweight division now? Who's promising?
I don't think this Usyk is the champ of the future by any means. I think, we're very weak in the heavyweight division. And I'll tell you who's coming around and he's been there for a while. I finally think Anthony Joshua has hit his mark. He's going to be another 3, 4, 5 year good fighter, and I think he's going to win the titles back. Deontay Wilder is finished. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah, he didn't look too good his last fight.
Well, you know,
Yeah, no.
you only have that right hand. Okay, he's got 0 boxing skills. He lost almost every round that he fought against boxers. He fought that guy from Cuba. I think they went 18 or 19 rounds. He lost 17 of them. The only 2 rounds he won are the 2 rounds he knocked the guy out in. You know, they fought 2 occasions. So he's out. Fury made his money. I hate to say it. You've seen him on the yachts. You've seen him partying. You know, he looks like shit. But I don't know if a guy at 6'9", almost 300 pounds can get it back. That's very, very difficult. He's done it once. I don't think he can do it twice, in my opinion. And he tries to showboat. You know, sometimes you got to fuck the showboat and get in there and finally do it like Ali used to do it. You know, Ali was
these heavyweights today. These heavyweights don't have that defensive speed, the movement like they used to. You know?
No. And, you know, Tyson Fury just went off the charts. Think about it. After Wilder, what did he fight? Who did he fight? You know, give me one guy that was really good that he fought. Everybody was talking about, but everybody was saying, here's the next Muhammad Ali. Who the fuck are you fight? Deontay Wilder? The guy doesn't know how to box. He's got a right hand.
You think that Tyson Fury, the reason he was successful is because he's so awkward to hit?
He's got good movement. He's got, you know, he was very, believe it or not, there was no power involved with Fury, okay? His power came from his speed and elusiveness against these fighters. And once you hit...
these guys out.
Exactly. But, Frank, once you hit 34, 35, 36, that
you
speed...
can't do that shit no more, especially in the fucking heavyweight game.
Right. That elusiveness goes away, you know. And for a guy like Usyk is not a great fighter, not a great puncher. I mean, he actually got hurt in a couple of fights ago. That wasn't in the balls when he got hit. That was right in the lower stomach, which should have been a legal blow. But, you know, whatever it is. But if he's the heavyweight champ right now, we got problems in that division, in my opinion.
That division had problems for the longest, man. I don't know. It looked like it was resurfacing to be a pretty decent one in the 90s.
Well, I thought the Klitschko brothers didn't get enough credit. I thought they were champions, but I thought they were better. I thought the older brother actually had a shot, but he had too many physical illnesses. And once again, 6'5", 260 pounds. It's hard carrying that weight around. It's hard getting your endurance during training because you're bound to get some kind of injury doing road work on that kind of a frame of a body, you know. And that's exactly what happened. Every time his back went out before a fight.
Now they're definitely above average fighters if they were in the 90s, but they fought a lot of bums as well.
They all fought bums, but you know, like I tell a lot of people, if you're getting 20 to 50 million to fight a bum, line them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Touche.
Chad D said Anthony Joshua in his last 3 years choked in title fights. Go back to his last 3 regular fights. I said he's starting to come around. I guarantee you he wins a belt within the next year. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
How about when that chubby ass Mexican won? And I thought I knew this heavyweight division was a fucking joke.
Yeah, I thought Andy. Yeah, he was
go
a
ahead.
little big.
Go ahead, Drum. I tell you what.
Andrew was. You know, listen. I don't think they trained him the right way. That's what I think.
He's getting trained the right way right now. But I'm gonna tell you something. I seen him train in the gym in West Palm Beach. This fucking guy has got hands like super middleweight, that kind of speed.
Yeah, he's a beast, right?
His fucking hand speed is absolutely, you wouldn't believe it unless you've seen it. The guy's that fucking fast.
Wow.
I mean, look at the way he came in. Look at the way he came in and hit that right hand right in between Joshua's guard. That fucking guy never seen 2 or 3 of those punches coming. And that's from a guy 5'9", 5'10", is his real height, almost 300 pounds. How the fuck do you launch speed bullets?
Step in last minute looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy and get that done. You got to be trained. You must be a beast. You know?
Okay,
he's no slouch. He's fighting at that level, you know. But I mean, where would he be?
Joshua didn't want that fight. What happened was Eddie Hearn was one of the promoters, and Mahoney was involved. And they said, what the fuck? We'll bring this guy in. Bad choice because the guy is dangerous power if he hits you right, and he's got too much speed. And he, styles make fights, okay? He just couldn't. He just didn't have the style for that kid that night. And I don't think he'll ever have the right style because now in the back of his head, he's going to think this fucker dropped me. Even when he beat him in the rematch, okay, it was one of the most cautious fights I ever seen.
Fucking great. Yeah, listen, Tony, that's why what caught me when I first heard you was about because boxing is my favorite sport. My dad used to take me to the Fell Forum to see Buddy McGirt back in the day. I used to love to go.
Wow.
Buddy's a good guy. He lived in Long Island and he trained in Jersey.
Yeah, my father knew him well. Yeah, my dad knew him well, and we used to go get tickets from the bars where my father ran the bars, so I used to have such a good time. Boxing's my favorite sport by far.
I got a whole bunch of shit signed by Buddy. I went to a dinner right after he fought Pernell Whitaker, which was a very, very close fight.
That's my guy right there.
Pernell was probably the best defensive fighter, even better than Floyd Mayweather. Okay, and if you go back and watch Pernell Whitaker, this fucking guy went rounds without ever getting touched. He was that good defensively.
I got a great Pernell story. I'll tell you one day, SoFlo, when I talk to you.
SoFlo. God
Who the
forbid,
fuck is
Frankie, what the
SoFlo?
fuck?
You just insulted him, Tony. I would leave. I would leave. I
don't want to make it a thing. I apologize.
That's all right, buddy. You know who you watch out for? That kid coming out of Virginia now. That kid is good.
Yeah, Keyshawn. Same camp.
One thing you got to watch with this kid, and I hope they get it under control. He
His
smokes a lot of weed, bro. A lot of weed.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, but the kid
He's a
is
good kid. He's a good kid.
Comes out of a good family.
I lived out there. I was pretty close to his family, and he's a good kid. I'm a big fan. He won a silver in the Olympics.
Yeah, he did. He's a very good fighter. Just got to keep him off. You know what? He's the type of guy, they say these guys leave home. There's a type of guy because of his friends and everything in Virginia, you might have to get him to another city because, Frank, I've met him several times now. This kid reeks of fucking marijuana every time you see him outside of a gym.
Silo, why would they think this could help their performance? I don't get it.
It's not that they can help.
That's what happens.
It's a high. It's a high, bro. It's not helping his performance. It's a high.
No, but some of them said it helps me focus. I'm like, bullshit.
Nah, man. The only thing that helps you focus, honestly, is testosterone cypriot. It really helps your fucking visual focus, your mind focus. That shit's very good for you if taken properly.
I need some of that shit. My fucking memory's starting to go.
Go to any doctor. Well, at 60 years old, it's always worth having in your system. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Please don't take it as disrespect. But everybody's on it now. Everyone's on it now. I don't give a fuck where you go. There's clinics everywhere. It's actually.
But I get amazed, Silo. I get amazed because I could walk out 7 times and forget something, and I'll get on stage and I know 3,000 songs on 5 instruments and singing by heart.
Because that's memory. That's memory remembrance. Okay, when you have that, you could pick up a guitar. If you don't play for 3 years, guess what? Boom, boom, you got it right away again.
Muscle memory. Yeah.
It's something that's synced into your brain.
Yep.
So there's lots of things in the world right now, and testosterone cypriot's actually considered an anti-aging drug. Every doctor's practicing it right now. HGH is probably the best healing drug in the world.
Wow.
I remember when Andy Pettit went on at that time. Now, honestly, there's one guy I don't believe knew that he was doing something illegal. The doctors out in Texas where he got it from, and were doing the procedures for him, they, it's not illegal, but it's illegal in baseball. Okay.
Right.
But he had a very, very bad injury and it helped him to get back, according to himself and doctors, maybe 6 to 8 months sooner than it would have took him to get back into playing baseball.
Tyson's on it, right, Tony?
Tyson's on about 20 different steroids. Tyson's on some good shit. Look at, who the most impressive one is? I tell you, if you look at this guy, the most impressive person, and everything is doctor fed into his system, is Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. That guy is perfectly built, perfect proportions, perfect everything, and it's all legal. If you took that shit like Lyle Alzado, and you guys should remember him.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Of course.
That motherfucker killed himself, basically taking the same things, but without doctor's guidance.
Tony, you remember Bill Pickell?
Who?
Bill Pickell went to St. Francis Prep. He was part of that. You do?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on that line with Bill Piquel, with
Yeah.
Lyle Alzado.
Correct. There were a
Yeah,
couple
no,
of guys from
he's a good guy.
Frauds.
He's got a mastiff.
Yeah, he was a fucking. I seen him in the gym one night on Bell Boulevard. He had come down to work out with a couple of guys from Prep. Fucking kid was massive.
He's massive.
Massive.
Yes. I know his family as well. Irish family out from Queens.
That kid was a beast. You see how? Listen, if you went back to back with him, you'd have to put your back 1.5 to 2 times, and you're a big guy.
He's huge.
He was that big. People don't realize when you look at these football players, they're fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest football player I ever seen in person was Jumbo Elliott. You remember him?
Sure.
With the Giants, that's the biggest man I've ever seen. I sat
You know
next
what's
to
the
him.
smallest, biggest guy I ever seen? And what I mean by that was he played football. He was small, but he was
Give me a
big. At the
position.
same time.
Give me his position.
He was a running back / punt returner. Got in trouble in his career. Giant.
You talking about Giant?
A Giant, yeah.
Not Wolfhawk, right?
No. Let me know
Dave
what you want to know.
Dave
Yes.
Meggett? Dave
Yep.
Meggett. It was
Yep.
either one of those two, yeah.
He looked like a miniature fucking bodybuilder, you know?
Oh, absolutely. But you know who was even bigger than him? Joe Morris.
Oh, yeah. I never ran into him, but I could imagine.
And the
O.J.
biggest set of...
Anderson was big. I used to see him at the China Club every Monday.
Right, they were there every Monday night. You know who was
Every
really a
fucking
big
Monday.
dude?
You remember Kevin, the Australian guy?
Oh, yeah.
He was the door guy.
Yeah, him and Rudy. Remember Rudy?
Yeah. They were all Colombo guys.
Yeah, Rudy's a good friend of mine still
Well,
to
they
this
were
day.
not them personally, but the people ran them bouncers.
Exactly. You know who the biggest guy was that I've ever seen proportioned to my life? Earl Campbell. That motherfucker had legs the size of people's chests.
One of my idols. Idols.
He was my favorite player back then, and the fucking guy can control the whole game. He could literally bring 4 and 5 guys on his back. I'm only disappointed with footballers. I wish I would have got to see Bo Jackson in a full career.
Wow, yeah.
That guy did things in the first couple of years that were ridiculous. But my biggest memory of Bo Jackson when he climbed the fucking wall to catch that ball. I never seen nothing like that.
Of course. Or when he threw the guy out from what that one throw on the warning track, guys rounded third, and he pegged him at the plate. That was like, holy shit.
Frank, hold up for a second. Gunsmoke, wake up!
He's sleeping.
He's like, these motherfuckers are boring.
That's all right.
That's all good.
You know what happened with that throw that Bo Jackson made? That thing was still gaining speed as it hit the fucking the guy's mitt. That was a rocket.
Yeah. Was it that fucking throw in? You know who had a great arm too? We were talking about Dave Parker the other day, but Jesse Barfield.
Jesse Barfield had the best arm in baseball by far.
Oh, Ellis Valentine and Joe Youngblood had good arms too. They just couldn't hit a lick.
Jesse Barfield could throw you out from the warning track at times. I mean, that fucking guy had a rocket. He was in that movie. Joe Youngblood was my neighbor. He lived in Jackson Heights. He played for the Mets, and
of course.
I went to the game with him and with his family members. He went a lot earlier. The day he got traded and played for 2 teams in the same day, the Mets and the Reds.
Yeah.
Right. We were. It was the Expos. You're right. Same day, doubleheader. He played for both teams.
Dwight Evans had an arm too. Yes.
Dwight Evans had a great arm for the Red Sox. I mean, people were actually trying to hit the ball, like for sacrifices away from Dwight Evans. That's the professional baseball player when you can control your bat to hit a 90-mile-an-hour ball in 3 different directions.
I think as playing baseball at a very low level, myself, it was easier to hit a ball opposite field and pull away on.
Well, sure, because you got to remember something too.
You're half swinging, you're choking up,
Right, but also to hit a 90-mile-an-hour to 100-mile-an-hour ball and pull it, you got to have some kind of bat speed and fucking power to do that, man.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's
and
tough,
because you
Tony.
played the game,
Yeah, I played Little League all the way up to, I played first year of high school. And first year of high school, when I played on that level, Tony, I got injured so bad. So many ways. It's not easy when you get to a certain level. It's fucking a tough sport, man. People think it's like,
Look,
you know.
I just came from the gym. That's why I said give me a few minutes. I was working out this morning. I tell you what, now at 56, you get a little bit of a difference from 55. I got to be honest with you. This time last year, it was a breeze to get through these workouts. It's a little bit of a struggle, but it's also 99 degrees over there, so you got to fucking watch. But, you know, if you stay in shape and you keep up with it, you'll be all right, you know, especially with modern medicine today.
Yeah, the bike riding helps me. I mean, I ride like 10, 15, sometimes 20 miles a day, 3 times a week at least.
All right, so Chad D is saying hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. What do you guys
I
think?
agree.
Hard.
I agree.
Absolutely.
What's up, Chad? Yeah, I agree.
I think hitting a baseball, and I think, you know what's starting to get me, Frank, and you would probably say okay to this, hitting a mark on a kick with a soccer ball from 50 yards out. I don't know how these fucking guys hit that mark sometime, upper corner and shit like that.
That's a new thing. When we were kids, those guys were, you know, remember the old days of the Cosmos and stuff? Those guys didn't have that kind of precision. You see a guy just, I mean, put a ball right in somebody's cleat, you know?
You know who used to come in my father's joint in the city all the time? Giorgio Canalia or somebody like that?
Giorgio Canalia, yeah.
He used to come in all the time.
You remember the Cosmo. Everybody remembers Giorgio Canalia as a soccer fan in New York at that time. He was huge.
Now, there's a guy who was a good soccer player, star soccer player. If you looked at him, he looked 60 years old on the fucking field. You know, looking at him.
Well, yeah, if you look at those soccer players from like 1982 and below that, they look like they had 2 jobs. Some of them even smoked. Franz Beckenbauer, you know.
You remember Pele? Pele looked like he was selling fucking coconuts on the side of the road outside of that uniform. I swear to God.
Tony, I got a guy at one of my gigs in Long Island that I do every Friday. The waiter, he looks just like Pele. Every time I see him, I go, "Hey, Pele, what's going on?"
You remember the New York Arrows, the indoor soccer team out in Nassau Coliseum? Okay, I got arrested. Steve Zungel, number 7. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I got arrested for robbing their locker room at Nassau Community College over there when they were practicing. I took all the fucking jerseys and got locked up over there one time. I was little. I was a little kid. They took me into the college fucking police department.
Jeez, that's a good score there.
Yeah, my mother made me give the shit back. That's how I got caught. Put the shit back. Get it out of the car. I started putting the fucking shit back. They made me sit there for 2 fucking hours. Pieces of shit. I was a kid.
Yeah.
All right, so Drum Boy, I got a question for you. You say it's a mental illness with this addiction, right?
No, I said any kind of depression is a bleeding cause, and the pain that somebody's going through from depression that would lead them to drugs or cutting themselves or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a completely different story. They're cutting themselves, and these girls and boys at young ages slitting their wrists. I mean, I go to these hospitals. I go to one now, once a week, and we talk to the guys. And I got to tell you something. It's not age discriminated. There's kids in there from 6th, 7th, 8th grade. There's a wing all the way up to 80 years old. And it's, you know, you got to have a strong mind to go in there. And we talked to them. And I was there yesterday. And there was a girl in there, 16 years old. Beautiful young girl. And this kid has to go in there every few months for a week to 10 days just to get her mind clear. Because the medications always have to be balanced correctly. You know, the medications that they're legally on. Well, the major causes are peer pressure, physical and sexual abuse as a minor, okay? Early exposure to drugs in your house or by older kids in the neighborhoods. Obviously stress and parental guidance. Now, what they mean by parental guidance, you do not blame the parent. A lot of parents do drugs in front of their fucking kids at early ages, believe it or not.
Well, now, yes.
Well, even back in the day, they've got it all the way back in the day, Drum. And you know what?
Well,
you also need a conversation with your kids, especially today. Okay, I'm not saying sit there and say, "Hey, listen," blah, blah, blah. You need to educate them on what the fuck this can do because this is a pure killer. It really is a pure killer.
Yeah. Well, Tony, I got to tell you, I lost both my brother and sister directly and indirectly to drugs.
I'm sorry for that.
I know you said that. Sorry.
I used to come home. My half-wise guy father beating my brother over the head with a phone, and strangling him and fucking all kinds of shit. My brother was a Vietnam veteran too, and this is after he came home.
Okay, so
I saw this shit. Now, Tony, let me tell you, I'm a musician my whole life, professional musician. Okay.
So you see it every day.
Listen. I never even tried weed. Don't drink. Never did it. Wouldn't put a drug in my body like that. Any kind. So it worked the opposite on me of being predisposed to it.
All right,
I
but how
saw it and I
much?
didn't want nothing to do with it.
Somebody asked the question last night, Keith Richards, why is he still alive and going? Because he gets pure shit. He gets as close to pure as you can get.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that, and I don't mean it in a bad way, how people like fucking look at this guy as a guy, a fucking greatest thing ever. You know,
I do not.
I'm glad you don't. And,
How about Jimmy Page, Frank?
yeah, when it comes to fucking money, you know, these guys have money, so it makes it okay for them to be the way they are. While we shit on the fucking kids that need help out there and everything like that. I
And
don't
here's the thing
to
with
me, that
Keith
guy's
Richards.
he's just a bum. And that's
Here's
all.
the thing. Keith
Yeah,
Richards hasn't progressed as a guitar player since he started. They created something.
I got a story.
They created
That's how
something.
much of a bum he is. Okay, that person that Nadu was mentioning about went to that ceremony to get straightened out.
Yes.
That person went to school with Keith Richards' kid out in Long Island. Okay, Marlon Richards, and he said sometimes they used to be, and this kid's pretty square, you know, growing up. My friend was, my ex-friend rather, and he'd go to that house in Long Island where they lived because they went to the same boarding school.
Okay.
And there was fucking cocaine all over the fucking house, and neither parent there. They'd be like, "Here, here's a bunch of money. Do what you gotta fucking do," and they would just disappear on them. You know what I mean?
I do.
And so it goes to show how much of a, and everybody idolizes this fucking punk. He's a fucking punk. And you know I idolize the parents that fucking try so hard, and yet the fucking kid just slips through the fucking cracks, and they still try and try and try. And another thing about
I'm going to
that
tell you
fucking-
something. Let me tell you something real quick. And you can look anywhere what they cost and where my child was. I went for over $1 million out of pocket on rehabs. I took months off at a time to be close to the rehabs when they were out of state, out of district of the house. You know, and that's why when people want to say something negative, go fuck yourself. I know what I did. I know what my wife did. You know, we did everything we could, including move ourselves out of the state for periods of time to help. It just didn't help, you know. And like I said last night, my son was clean for 18 fucking months. And he wanted to go back to, you know, New York for Christmas because I had moved him to Florida. He was working in Florida. Everything was going right. Yeah. And I had this fucking feeling in my stomach like, oh, I'm not sure. But everybody's like, it's been almost 2 years, blah, 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 blah. Okay, guess what? He left in 14 hours. Fucking disaster.
All right, Tim Danny says, I never made it off the bench in Miraculous Metal Little League. But my career was over. I didn't even make it to fucking high school. I don't remember me saying I was just fucking athlete of the year. But yeah, that's great. I like it.
Tony, take a look at my avatar picture if you get a chance.
And you don't have an avatar. You just got a white dot there.
Oh, it's not there? I see it. I see it on the screen.
Frank, do you see his avatar?
That you gotta probably see it on YouTube.
I'll get it after on the back of the chat. I know how to
I'll
get
check
it back.
it out.
All right, so look.
Listen, guys, I'm almost done. I gotta go do a couple of things today. But before I leave, I love that I love that silo that we brought out that basketball player I went to school with, and that rumor, and I was like, God, how does he know these things? And fucking even the kid I went to school with that played ball. That's pretty good stuff. Silo knows his stuff, people. Huh?
There's a lot of things, you know, you hanging around a neighborhood, banging around, you find out.
Yeah, you just pick up. Yeah, maybe it's a neighborhood thing. I thought it was pretty fucking kept.
I think the thing with the guy who played for the Yankees, I don't think everybody knows about that. I don't think a lot. You know, I think
the other thing was pretty out there, I guess, with the Charles Barkley thing.
Yes and no, but you know, like if you weren't into sports, it was only like in sports pages, sports shows, not really even on TV. It was kind of in the press only, you know, and there's no press around no more. And a lot of people didn't read the sports section, believe it or not, just guys who were into sports.
Well,
a lot of kids weren't into sports.
It was nothing that kid ever talked about, you know what I mean?
No.
But it was definitely circulated, and yes, absolutely.
Sorry, so before you go, listen to this. They were saying, and this is something that came out yesterday, and I didn't look at it. It's in the group text of a group I belong to when we talk to the kids. Okay, it says addiction is a mental health disorder. Okay, and is it curable? 100% it's curable. Substance use disorder is a treatment of mental disorder that affects a person's brain. Okay, so now it's been around that it's been targeted and named and classified as drug addiction since 1956. Where's the fucking government and the DEA trying to cure this? Because it costs a lot of money. They don't want to spend it. So you're basically killing off the youth and older people in this fucking country because you don't want to spend the money. Every doctor's saying it's curable, okay? But why are we losing so many kids?
Yeah.
Okay? Because they don't want to put the money and effort into it, Frank. Drummer. They don't want it to fucking be
They
cured,
don't.
in my
They don't.
opinion.
I told you what my feelings is that a lot of money is funneled through the government from drugs. A lot of things are financed through drugs, and I'm telling you, it's if you don't think that this government's in cahoots with the fucking cartels, we're wrong. We're wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was on a show the other night, and somebody had come on and said that it's not because of the people crossing the border and everything. I agree. It's not. But guess what? That would eliminate a portion of where it's coming from. That would eliminate some of the violence that's going on right now. Well, every American, that guy who busted up that girl in Casino Park last week, okay? He says, well, American kids do it too. You're a jerk off. And I'll tell you why you're a jerk off, I told him. Because we would eliminate at least that one. You understand what I'm saying? So why even take a chance with these guys? Let's work on what we have in front of us. And this migrant problem better be stopped, or it's going to get a lot fucking worse quickly. Once they organize, once they start organizing better than they are, and they're already organizing, this country's in more fucking trouble.
Tony, ask yourself this question: They could, if they legalize it, they're not going to legalize it because
No, there's no money.
Money is being funneled to them.
There's not enough money. There's not enough money to legalize it. They make money on the illegal. Why would you want to legalize it?
Of course. There you go. There you go.
Come on, man. You don't think, there was a Steven Seagal movie one time, and it was kind of based on a true story when they were dealing with the CIA, and it was all over fucking certain kinds of drugs that were being brought in. I got news for you. The government knows everything that's brought into this country at times. Don't think they don't fucking know.
Right. Most of it.
I would say the government knows almost 80% of what's going on with drugs coming into this country.
Tony, you're talking about, they talk about every government in the world, how corrupt they are. We are the most corrupt, please, I don't want to get started.
Listen, all you got to do is look at now the way they're doing it. They're coming with these power surges. The guy McCarthy was thrown out as Speaker of the House. When the fuck did anybody ever think or see the Speaker of the House get tossed out like a paper bag because he wouldn't give them the program that they wanted over there? It was.
All right, guys, I got to go.
All right, be good, buddy.
Hey, have a great Sunday. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. This was fun.
You too,
Frank,
man.
don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, wash it off afterwards.
Thank you, Frank.
All right. Hey, Gun.
Oh, Gunsmoke, you're roasting the dead.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Later, Gun.
That's all right. Get your beauty sleep. So, the government knows 80% at all times what's coming in and out of this country. So anybody who believes they don't, you're just not fucking using your brain. All right? You're thinking the way your party wants you to think, or you're just naive to the circumstance.
Yeah, people choose to be blind for a lot of different reasons, Tony.
Exactly. And we were talking about it yesterday, and I'll say it right now real quick. The doctors were giving it away like it was candy. And then when the government broke down on it a little bit, they didn't break down on everything. They broke down on the legal way these people were getting the drugs through doctors. Now a doctor's scared shit to give you anything. Break your fucking leg. You're walking out of there with Tylenol 3.
Yeah, and the doctors that do it, they need to really be held accountable. They shouldn't get the fuck out of jail. They should stay there forever.
I agree.
Killing the kids, killing these fucking kids.
I tell you, there was a dentist, okay, and he got busted, and it brought me back to forget about the guy, Dr. Nick, with Elvis Presley, all right? Now, I've studied any kind of drug addiction and every person associated with it. The biggest guy outside of that Dr. Nick was a guy, Dr. Elias Ghanem. He was the fucking athletic commissioner in charge in Vegas, and I couldn't put it together. I kept hearing the name, and every time I would read the book or watch the video, they were talking about this guy. I said the fucking athletic commissioner was Elvis's doctor in Vegas. He gave him, look it up. He gave him tons of shit, and he was actually the boxing commissioner or top of president of the athletic commission for fucking years. Recently.
Listen, I lived in Vegas for 25 years, and if you ever wanted to go to a place that you could be totally fucking corrupt, that was the place.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, listen,
25 years I spent there.
when you get off the plane in Vegas, like they say, whatever stays in happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You couldn't count all the fucking shit that happens in Las Vegas. That's how they built Las Vegas with fucking
Hey,
nonsense.
Tony, when I moved to Las Vegas, when you were flying in, all you could see is the strip. There was nothing built out anywhere.
Not no more. Not no more, buddy. All you see now is the strip and fucking houses surrounded going, west, like Henderson, where I stay. That fucking place is.
I got there in 1987. 87 is when I got there.
They didn't start the real boom until the mid '90s, and they started the building out in the mid '90s. And what happened there would be completely fucking populated if everything didn't crash in 08. 08 killed Vegas real estate.
Yep. I'm glad I got my daughter out of there because she'd probably be a lot worse. She has bad depression and anxiety, but she was born in Vegas, so she's a big Vegas baby. So
Well,
I got her there just in time because I got her there out of there in 2004.
I tell you what, I'll give you a good example. Look at Frank Sinatra Jr. He was there with his father all them years. He became a bit of a fucking problem child, for a lot of years. A lot of the celebrities' children who were out there. I was listening to Dean Martin's daughter one time. She said he was probably the best father for Vegas because all that bullshit drinking on stage was a bunch of bullshit. It was iced tea. She said he would come home and they were the only ones who lived like a suburban family. Dinner at nighttime, he would come back from the rehearsals and then go back. He didn't keep them in the casinos late at night, only if it was a special thing and, a special performance was going on. She said they really never went near the strip. They lived in southern Henderson, Nevada. And she said what she's seen from celebrities and the celebrities' kids, she says she don't know how more died. Vic Damone Jr.
Did you read, my aunt was, it's funny, I want to tell you the story. Vic Damone, my aunt was engaged to him. My aunt ran for Congress. Her name was Mary Gravina back in the 60s. He was engaged to him at some point. He had something to do with the Riviera Catering Hall in Coney Island.
He absolutely did. Vic Damone was highly connected,
Yeah. But listen, Tony, so I don't know if you read Dina Martin's book, but her father used to get up and play golf at 5 o'clock in the morning. There was always apple juice in his thing.
Apple juice or iced tea, absolutely. And that's why people say, he was a drunk. No, he wasn't. He raised his family really good when they were out in Vegas, she said. And her brother got caught up in it for a while. So, I think he passed away too. And that was really the downfall of Dean Martin. Dean Martin, that broke him up. Shit happens. And you need to have a strong foundation in your home first to try and get this under control. And then you got to just hope that they go into the right areas, that they don't go into environments that are poison. It's a mess. But, I mean, I was out in Vegas a lot. You've seen shit in Vegas you won't see in any other state in this country. They do it right out in the open over there in a lot of places.
Listen, if I was ever going to be a drug addict, I could have been a drug addict for free.
Joe Root is saying, now I could guarantee this, and I'm sure you know it too. North Vegas was a fucking shithole, bro.
It was always the ghetto. I mean, it was always the ghetto. North Las Vegas has been the ghetto since there was anything built out that way.
Absolutely, Joe Root.
Martin
Luther
King, and all up that way, Lake Mead and Martin Luther King. That's like the gangbang area.
Well, you got a point when you're going up north before you hit the desert strip. Now you got the freeway up there, the highway up there, whatever you call it. You used to drive through the worst parts of the fucking world going there to start heading
right.
North.
Listen, when I got there, you could drive right. You could drive right through Desert Inn. Now they put that little highway there.
I love the Desert Inn. The Desert Inn was one of my favorite spots.
So if you go on Desert Inn, there's a building called the Mark I. My friend Mr. Fry owned it. Turned it from office buildings into.
Hold on 1 second. Let me answer Lefty. Lefty, I didn't say it was going to solve a drug problem. I said it's going to solve a lot of other problems that are starting to emerge. You said, Lefty said, listen, the border and migrant problem won't affect the drug problem at all. I'm telling you, this is factual. I believe you. I agree with you. But I was talking about with the migrant problem, more of the 3 young ladies who are sexually abused in the last couple of months. That's what I was talking about there. I'm talking in general as a country. The migrants are not helping the situation that's going on anywhere. And what I mean by that, Lefty, I'm going to tell you real quick. Look at all the money they're getting, okay? And look at all the debit money they're getting. You don't think that takes away from money that could be used towards the drug problem in this country? It absolutely does. It was on a number of news papers and a number of news shows. We're just spending a fucking fortune of money with these migrants. So, John, what are you up to this summer? You staying locally or are you traveling for work?
No, I'm here. This is my busy season. I might go on the cruise ship in the fall. I got to pass the physical because I have diabetes. But once I pass the physical, I'm gonna probably go back on the cruise ship for like 3 to 6 months, probably. I think.
Okay, the doctor who lives 2 away from me retired from his practices in New York and Florida about 20 years ago, and he goes on the cruise ships for months at a time, a couple of weeks here, a couple of weeks there. He's actually the doctor on the cruise ship.
You know, Tony, I used to like it, but now here's what they're doing. So when I used to go on, I used to negotiate my own contract on the Magic Star to Disney cruises because you go on as an independent artist. So you go on as a guest singer or guest whatever. Anyway, long story short, now what they're doing is they're making you show up 3 weeks early. You got to stay on the ship to make sure you're okay.
Correct.
You can't leave. You can't even go off the ship 3 weeks before the ship leaves. Then when you dock, when you go on shore on the stops along the way, you can't get off anymore.
Drum, let me ask you a question. You see that new ship that was just built, the Wonder of the World, just came out about a year ago. Okay, I was on it.
Royal
I was
Caribbean,
up on
right?
it. Right, I was up on it. We took the tour of it. Let me tell you something. They just hired 100 musicians for 5 different areas of the ship to have musical acts at major dollars.
Yeah, you know the one they had before that, the something of the sea?
Wonder of the Sea, Miracle of the Sea or some shit?
The one before that, I forget what it's called, but my friend's band, they had this big video screen in the theater, and they were called Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. They had them on. They filmed their show in Vegas, and they put them on the screen, and they were in there every night on video.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, it's something that if you could experience in your line of work, you should, but you also got to take into consideration you're not going to meet somebody like you're a single guy. You're not going to meet somebody in a full-time relationship. They're there for a week. They're there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and bye-bye. See you later.
You know, Tony, I've been single for now 3.5 years, and I chose to be because right now I'm working so much. I don't have time for anybody. I mean, I won't even get a cat. That's how busy I am. You know?
That's considerate and responsible. But at this time of the show, guy, we must say, Smokey's surviving the ghetto here, so any donation would help. You know, so he doesn't have to say it. We'll say it for you. He's giving you these shows. He's giving you these hours. You know, we got Drum. We got myself. We got Frank. You know, the dude is here for a while. Kick up a little bit, whatever you can, and it all adds up at the end. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't been on in a while, Tony, and I just don't want him to get paranoid because he'll start calling the cops looking for me.
No, I was already wondering about you, pal. I was like, what happened to this fucking guy, man?
Yeah. First of all, you don't your shows are never announced, and then when I come on, you fall asleep. So
I don't have to fucking announce it. What the fuck? I'm here every day, basically. Jesus
Listen,
Christ.
if you're falling asleep, that means I'm boring you. I don't want to come on if I'm
not falling asleep over here.
Want me to sing you a lullaby? What the fuck do you want?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Pull out the guitar right now. You're supposed to. Oh well, you did. You did come up with that song. Thank you again too for the.
I did. I played that. I learned that fucking stupid song for you, and you don't appreciate it.
That was nice of you. No, I did appreciate it, but I really did. No, I was laughing when I saw that, man. That was great.
We're gonna start giving out little prizes if you make certain donations here. That would be a good idea.
Bidets.
Fuck the bidets. Them bidets have been fucking around for fucking 2 months now. Nobody.
All right, listen. If you make a donation of $20 or more, you get a Gunsmoke the Don tote bag, and he stays awake for 15 minutes at a time.
Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give out Italian horns. I got a shipment coming. I bought them from this guy. I love them, and they got 3 different designs on it. We'll talk it over, and you guys will see. We're gonna come up with a couple of things. Maybe that'll help.
We're gonna give it a Maloikia.
Yeah, the Maloikia. Bend over.
Where were you in Florida, Tony?
I'm in Lauderdale by the sea.
Oh, Lauderdale. Okay, cool.
I'm actually on the sea.
Oh, on the sea. In the spring, I'm usually. I mean, in the fall, I'm usually in West Palm Beach. My friend does a
Okay.
Sinatra thing over there, and I'm usually
That's
playing with
about
him.
40 miles up. Here, I'll give you guys
Yeah,
a
yeah.
look.
You're up north. Yeah.
Can you see?
To the north. Wow, beautiful. Yeah.
Can you see? There's the boat. There's the
Must be
How
mansion
far?
nice.
over there.
So you're not far from Hollywood.
I'm about about 13 miles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that's my backyard.
Must
That
be
is my
nice.
backyard. I'm exactly 23 feet from the ocean.
And will you come to New York in the summer, or what do you do?
I go back and forth, you know, whenever I want. I can go, sometimes I go 3 times in a month, whatever I feel like doing.
And how are you healing? I heard you say you had some kind of head thing happen a while
No,
back.
I'm good. I'm doing good, man. I'm in the gym, you know, a lot. I work out 5 times a week easily. So, you know, I keep up with it.
I
What's
mean,
this
at our
Dex
age,
saying?
Tony, at our age, stretching is so important, bro. Stretching is so important.
Yeah,
Stretching's
stretching is good.
important. Massages are good, but working
Sleep.
out, I don't get that much sleep. Dex is saying
I
here, Silo, you are living the life, man. Hey, listen, man, I worked very hard to have this life. It wasn't handed to me.
Tony, I sleep 8 to 12 hours. I have to.
I used to. I can't do that no more. I feel like I'm missing something, and you know what? I'm not going to sleep my life away. But you know, sometimes I get it. You're a single guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have much time you spend with your daughter? How old is your daughter?
Yes. My daughter's 23.
Okay, so she's a grown young lady. So you
She's a
know,
grown young lady, but I support her. She has severe OCD, anxiety, depression, and she was a couple of years ago. I went back to Vegas during the pandemic, and I went to my condo for a year and a half, and she came to see me for like 3 months, and I found out she was cutting herself.
Oh,
So
no good, buddy, no
I
good.
had to deal with that shit, you know. So I'm
yeah.
still dealing, and I'm supporting her. But now I'm sending her to school. She's going to be going to school.
That's a
So
man, buddy. I'm proud of you. Good for you to
yeah.
be doing that.
Well, you got to do it. I mean, I raised her by myself, Tony. You know.
No, congrats. You know, that's a big accomplishment to do that in life, man. You know, and not every parent is there to say that or even advertising. I give you a lot of credit, man. You're a good dude.
Yeah, I did it by myself. It was, and the only thing that Tony that kept me, you know, it made it easy for me is that I was making sick money in Vegas. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there during the pandemic once to visit somebody, not go on a vacation. That fucking was eerie as fuck that they had nobody, no action, no lights in those casinos.
Now, listen, I'll tell you what I was doing, Tony. I don't mind telling you. I don't mind
Go
telling
ahead, bro.
everybody. My friend had a restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but he was opening the back door for his regular customers, so he never
Oh
closed.
yeah, everywhere.
And I was playing guitar and piano in there like 5 nights a week, and he was paying me crazy money just for that year and a half. You know what I mean? So I lucked out. I really lucked out.
I tell you, everybody had it, but the only thing you couldn't do was really gamble. But there was gambling all over the fucking place being set up.
Of course.
Private gambling, you know.
Yeah, of course. The
So
bookmakers are
that's like,
thriving.
that's like I got a haircut twice a week. I always go get the sides of my head done every fucking week, once, twice, whatever. And people are like, "You got a fucking haircut." These people's hair were turning gray, fucking down to their asses. Like, what do you do it yourself? No, if you know the right people, you can get anything you want in this world.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially in Vegas.
All right, so Lefty said, of course, but that war on drugs is like a lemon card. No matter how much money they throw at it, doesn't make a dent, unfortunately. But look at some European countries that had a lot of success. Okay, Lefty, they also have, you're absolutely right on this, Lefty. They have a lot of success because they put more money, time, and facilities. We don't have enough facilities in the United States, and that's a fact. They'll tell you themselves. But where are they putting that money? I'll give you an example. Louisiana got $250 million. Okay, every state gets money every year from the government. They built a bridge to absolutely fucking nowhere. You have to start allotting the money, Lefty, that goes to some bullshit things and put it in the right spots. Louisiana has a horrible drug problem, and they're building bridges that goes to a little island. You make a U-turn, get back on the fucking $200 million bridge, and drive back. Look it up.
Something somebody said to me, Tony, always sat in the back of my head. My friend's an He's an ex-marshal. Let's put it that way. I said, how's things going on the war on drugs? And he goes, it's a sham. Do you believe it exists?
No,
I says, I
I
don't
think it's
know.
all a lie. I think it's all a
It's a
lie.
lie. It's that doesn't. He said it. Don't even. He didn't say it directly. He said it like I just said it, and I took it as it doesn't exist.
Okay, so now Lefty's saying if they legalize it, I agree with that 100%. Not like Kensington, I agree with that 100%. Or Oregon. Oregon during the pandemic, they had fucking people laying on the streets shooting up. It was on certain news channels you can get. Okay, but if you legalize it and monitor it properly, it could work. I believe that also.
Yeah, and you'll cut the heads of the Hydra. You know, you'll the ones that are making all that money off of it ain't gonna make it anymore. There's no more
100%.
incentive. No more incentive.
Absolutely. You know, it's I seen something last night, and I took classes, I talked to people about it, see if you can help the younger kids around here, and it works on some to get in, but you know they disappear sometimes. You don't know what happens to them. But I seen something last night. Somebody sent me a picture of what the mixture of drugs can do to your body, and it was, I guess, that flesh-eating drug. I never seen that until last night. Let me tell you something. It sat with me. We got off the air at around 5:15. I looked at that picture until 7 o'clock this morning. No bullshit. And I had it before the show. And I was just staring at that picture like, you see your skin coming off your body. You see your skin infected, and you're still going out there and doing these fucking drugs. And eventually that young man lost his leg. I actually sat there with the phone until 7 o'clock this morning looking at that fucking picture.
Yeah, it was hard to look at. I couldn't look at it. I saw it. I glanced at it, obviously, but
I sent it
like,
to
wow.
you. I sent it to you, and he just texted me, and I looked at it. It was, the last text I got. And I'm like, God damn. I mean, it alters your mind that much that you're looking at that, and your next thought is, okay, let me go score again. That's a fucking illness, bro. That's a problem. Addiction is a bad, bad disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking on the east side of Manhattan on like 32nd and 5th.
McGilla Gorilla said it's all bullshit. The government created the whole problem. 100%, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's read this here too. Bruce City. Another problem with the border is the humanitarian dilemma ongoing in the Darien Gap. It's moral problem. Oh, I hit the button. It's a moral problem. The deaths, the R word, robberies in that thick jungle stretch of Central America is the Dark Ages. Absolutely, buddy. But you're bringing over some of these people. Look at that one prison. They let the prisoners out in Mexico, or they broke out supposedly, and they were fucking spotted at the border. So now you got some of the worst criminals in Mexico roaming around the fucking United States. That's what I mean about getting rid of this border problem. I mean, you got schools that are now on shifts in certain areas because of the overload of students. So yes,
Yeah,
it's a problem.
I was talking to an Uber driver, and I said, what is it that he was from Haiti. We were talking about the migrant problem, and he's like, listen, he goes, I said, why would they want to come here and put their kids through that, and be living on the street, and all
Thank you,
this
Dan.
stuff? And he said, listen, if you've lived in a place of oppression that I've lived in, and if you think that how bad it must be that I want to come and put my family through this. That's what he said.
Well, not for nothing. You say, why do you want to come to this? Look at where they're coming from. Exactly. They're coming from fucking savage fucking spots. All right, Danny Green is a big supporter here. He's always doing something. He says, come on, guys, donate. Let's go. Kick up a little
Thank
bit,
you
and
so
maybe we
much,
get
Danny.
another shit.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a smoke.
Yeah.
A couple of naps and you're back on the air.
Shit.
It actually, I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you what, young man, you're keeping a lot of people active in home, socializing, and if it helps one person not to go out and get high while you're doing a show, that's a big accomplishment, buddy.
That's right, Gunsmoke, and I'm glad I could help you get a lot of rest.
Yeah, my man took a fucking nap. My man was taking a fucking nap. I was up with you till 6 o'clock in the morning too, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell you do it, man.
I slept an hour and 45 minutes, went to the gym, came back, and here we are again.
The only time I'm up those hours, Tony, is to my fucking prostate. That's it.
Imagine 15 years ago, Al, look at this fucking guy waking up all hours of the night. Yeah, that comes around to that age sooner than you think.
Tony, my latest gig that I do is 10 o'clock. I'm done.
Wow.
10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's my latest gig. I play high-end restaurants and hotels. I don't play fucking
I thought you played till
bars.
like 1 in the morning or something.
Hell no, dude. I play. Listen, my gigs are cushy. I love it.
Yeah, when they're over,
Yeah.
drums ahead of his fucking guitar, getting out the door.
I
Look at
am.
his
I
fucking
really.
guitar.
You want to laugh? You want to laugh? Friday, I left my mic there. I called them today. They didn't find it yet. But that's how fast I ran out the door.
I don't know. Hey, listen, you get to that one thing, you enjoy being back home, bro.
I do.
You know,
I do.
Go to work, hang out with the people, see everybody. That song is Let's Go. All right, let's get these people involved here a little bit. Bruce City. Bruce City says, Silo, one blessing Milwaukee and Wisconsin have via location. We don't directly suffer from the problem border states like Texas and California. Brew, I'm glad that you guys don't, but New York doesn't have a border, and we're getting them shipped right to us in our New York locations.
Because of our friggin' laws of sanctuary bullshit.
Right, and here's the
Sanctuary
problem.
laws.
Here's the problem. Wisconsin will be on that list someday if we don't stop it now, once we continue to be bringing more and more people here. Watch that.
Well, Wisconsin's pretty woke, so I'm sure they'll have sanctuary laws too soon.
But you know what, Smoke? At this rate right now, you're not going to be able to stop these woke cities from having to accept them. You're getting to the point of overcrowdedness, and instead of using like fucking farmland or mountain land, these fuckers are just dropping them off. How about the guy in
Here's the thing, though. It's not too late to vet the ones that are already here. If they're going down for social services and help, at that point, you can vet them. There is a trail to them.
I agree.
You can vet them, but they're not doing it. You know?
They don't want to. They don't want to. It's another money business, bro. It's all about money. It's about money, and sadly enough, not a fucking votes.
I know, and you hear the politicians say we're not vetting them when they're coming in. Well, it's not too late. Vet them now. If they're coming down to social services for food stamps, vet them. Where did you come from? What city? Do you have any record of your of yourself and cooperate with the Venezuelan government or wherever they're coming from and see? But I got to tell you, my friend told me that a lot of Chinese guys with military backgrounds are coming over that southern border.
Yeah.
Why?
It's an invasion,
Some of them are chemists.
Yeah.
Figure that one out.
And they're buying up all the farmland over here too, right by military bases.
Okay, our girl Roro said New York sanctuary laws were written for New Yorkers, not illegal immigrants. 1,000,000%. 100.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Spot on. Spot on. Well, we have certain laws in place that were written for us as legitimate New Yorkers, and then you have migrants coming in. Do you think they're ever going to read these fucking laws? Absolutely not.
Listen, my father came off the boat with 28 cents in his pocket legally, went through the system, and had to wait his turn, and that was it. And that's the way it should be like that forever. You know?
Agreed. If you come in legally, I have no problem with it. But the way they're coming in, how about, Drum, can you imagine if our fucking ancestors got paid the way these people are getting paid too once they get it? Okay, here's your debit card.
$15,000. Here's a scooter. Here's a handgun. Here's a hotel room.
Okay, so now I'll tell you another problem that's going on down here. Okay, they're coming out with these credit cards, all right? And they get debit cards, and they're getting the debit cards. You don't think once a few of them get loaded up, if they're looking to move on to another state or something, they want to go off the grid, they're not selling that debit card ASAP for half the price?
Okay, so I think I told the story before, but Eye on Your Side on one of the news channels, this guy got wind that these people had a grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
These immigrants, I'm not going to sound like a profiler and say where they were from.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, let's just say their faces were covered. But they came into the country, so they bought a grocery store somehow, and they went down to social services. They were getting $1,500 a month of food stamps.
We lost you, buddy.
So somebody blew the whistle on them, and the news got a hold of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Followed them to Costco, and they were online paying for the food for their grocery store to supply it with food stamps and loading it into the trunk. And they were like, "Where you going with that?" They're going, "None of your business." And then the news guy, it's on somewhere on
Okay, I'll give you
YouTube, and
one.
the news guy followed them to the store, and they were loaded into the basement.
Jesus. It's Scooby. None of your business.
There's a boat that he works at the marina here. He sells pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, food like that. I mean, this guy's got a huge fucking business. He's only about 44 years old. He took it over from his uncle. I seen it for sale. I was like, what the fuck's this thing for sale for? He got busted buying shit with the debit cards from migrants and food stamps last month. A multi-million-dollar business. He's in fucking Sam's Club buying this shit. Costco. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous what these people are doing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. And then I had a struggle to get my daughter some medical for her.
Well, that's the whole thing that frustrates you. You got people who needed dental care. You got people who needed health care. You can't get it, but somebody crossing the border can get anything you want, including your teeth done.
They can give a fuck. If you're American or a veteran, they can give a fuck.
Especially the people in that in limbo who are in that area where, oh, you make too much money, and it's not a lot of money.
Well, and that's where people get busted for fraud, because even if you do make a good living, the prices of medical care is so fucking outlandish that you have to curb, your paperwork sometimes because you can't afford it. They're forgetting you got to pay rent. You got to fucking eat. You got to be able to have transportation. You got to be able to clothe yourself, and they don't factor all that in sometimes, these fucking people.
Yeah, but to say, Tony, if somebody makes say somebody makes 55,000 a year, to say that they make too much money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Come on.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's
York.
not too much money. It's not too much money, and that's the frustrating thing, Joe. Who are you to tell me it's too much money? Come and sit down and do my fucking bills with me instead of writing me letters declined.
Yeah.
Right. And then like, look at these people who are in that area where they have to pay for childcare. That's like I was making great money back then, so I had Montessori schools for my daughter. I had a nanny, so it was good. I mean, I was fortunate, but I was thinking to myself at that time, what do these parents do that are working for fucking $10 an hour, dropping their kid off to daycares for another $200-$300 a week, and then whatever they have left over is fumes.
Well, Nita came on, and Nita's got two daughters, and Nita goes to school, right? And Nita goes to school, and she was offered I think she said $12 an hour. How the fuck are you gonna live with two daughters in that? All right, she gets support, but still, $12 an hour. Who are you kidding?
It's a shit world.
It sure is, bro. It really is.
But then people complain. It's like, oh, you're paying them $20 an hour. We can't afford it, man. The state's gonna go down. It's like, what the fuck, man?
That's like minimum wage. The only thing I think that should be scale adjusted throughout the country is minimum wage. Okay, you got Florida, you got New York, you got Vegas, you got California, main players in society. Everyone has a different minimum wage than the one I just mentioned. Not one of those states have the same minimum wage.
Yeah.
So I don't understand when they say it's government regulated now. Nah, bullshit. It's not government regulated.
No, they're crying in California about $20 minimum wage. I know in New York it should be at least $25 minimum. I mean, that ain't shit in New York anyway.
Yeah, New York is. I mean, you have to. I don't know how people do it. I really don't understand. Listen,
I don't either.
Listen, I'm so lucked out that my friend's parents had a place and they're on in years, and he goes, I don't trust anybody in there. They had a person here stop paying their rent during COVID and kept going. Even after COVID, they stopped. And so she's like, I got to get them out. I'm working on it. I came back from Vegas. I got a nice apartment in Bay Ridge. And then I came here and I'm paying like sick rent. I mean, I'm paying rent from 1973. So I'm lucky.
Nice.
Here's an honest statement. Roro, I pay $14,000 a year for health insurance. I could be paying off a retirement condo, for Christ's sake. Roro. Well, I pay for my staff as well, I'm in the $100,000 a year range for 1, 2, 3, 4 employees, myself, and family members.
What do you do there, Tony, in Florida?
I own a property management company, a property maintenance company, and I do construction projects.
Oh, good, nice.
Yeah.
You'll have a nice retirement.
Yeah, and I do it all on my own. I bought my own retirement plan. I have a retirement plan from something I was doing in New York. So, but you still got to work. You got to keep going.
Yeah, listen, I was with this guy. He was Stevie Wonder's trumpet player on all the big albums. He played on 330 big albums, right? He played till the time he died in his 70s, and he had a mechanical valve, so he wasn't expected to heart valve. He wasn't expected to live that long, but he ended up dying. But he played. I watched him blow this trumpet every night, and I'm going, geez, if I can get another 15 years like him, boy, I'll be in good shape. It was
Hey,
my
Danny
incentive.
Green, man.
My incentive.
Danny Green is one gentleman, man. He
Yes,
donates.
he is.
He tries to communicate to others. I mean, like I said last night, me and Danny have always had a respect for each other. He wrote "Smoke." You got the best show going. Drumcappella and Silo are gentlemen. Glad to have Silo coming around. Absolutely, man. Glad to be
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. I
Thank
always
you,
thought Tony was a gentleman. I always listen. I followed him for a little bit.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, the boxing thing always caught me. I love boxing. You got my heart there. But Danny Green, we haven't made in front of Tupac today at all. What's going on?
Well, it is Sunday. We don't want to see, the host of our show in tears.
That's
I
right.
tell you what, he didn't even wear the fucking bandana correctly. He had that fucking thing knotted up on his forehead in the front there. What's the deal with that, Smoke?
That was his style. He didn't want to be like everybody else, He tried to be different, He would wear his watch on his right wrist instead of the left. He said if everybody had braids, he'd be bald headed. If everybody was bald headed, he would have braids. So he just wanted to be unique and different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Emerald. I was on Emerald. Is this statement from Emerald? I was on a $14,000 a month prescription, but he had insurance. Thank God. Knock on wood, man.
Tony,
Imagine that.
I have insurance.
Oh, 1,400.
And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And
1,400.
my Manjaro, the thing I take for my diabetes,
Manjaro.
it's still almost $500 a month. That's with my
Wow.
insurance, bro. With my insurance.
How could you live? I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I do okay. So that
no, you're making good money, but for average people, like, fuck, man.
I'm not making incredible money, but I'm making good money for my bills.
No, you're making a killing over there.
I work a lot, though.
Listen, it's very, very.
No, I
difficult.
know you do. I know you do.
It's difficult. I mean, it's very, very difficult if you got people in your family. You know how many families have children on medication?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some families that their kids have to be on medication for life. Okay, look at those families. What they got to do.
These pharmaceutical companies have to lower their prices, man. Only in America we have to do this shit.
Did you know that a lot of Americans, they don't make this public knowledge, but if you don't have insurance and your doctor, most of the generic medicines, you can go to Walmart and some like supermarket pharmacy chains, right? And they have what they call a $4 and $5 prescription thing for generic medicine. And your doctor could write it there. You don't need no insurance or anything. And it's $4 and $5. Like metformin, I can get for $5 at Walgreens.
And it's just as good, the generic shit?
Yeah, it's called metformin, but the real name of the medicine is glucophage. But it's the same. Blood pressure medicine, same thing. All the generic stuff that you can get. Anybody who's on insurance and paying a copay, I would look into that if I were them. Have your doctor. Yes, Walmart has the $4 generic Emerald. Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Glucophage boy.
If you can, always ask your doctor and your pharmacy about what you're saying now. Genetic drugs.
Yeah, if that patient's not even using insurance, just
Chicago.
Unique Masters is asking, Tony, what do you think of the bare knuckle boxing at the Hard Rock in Tampa? I think it's great, but it's on a night. If you're an elder, do not go to gamble because the crowds are a little out of control in the casino itself. I went to a couple of fights up there. It's not a place for seniors People are a little bit more wilder. They rednecks and they party up there. Sorry to interrupt that, but I'm trying to answer the question.
Tony, when you walk into the Hard Rock, Tony, when you walk into the Hard Rock, you know that little lounge on the side on the right?
Which
piano?
Hard Rock? Which Hard Rock?
In Tampa.
or here? Okay, yes.
Tampa.
Right.
That little lounge on the right that has a piano. I don't know if it's still there, but I was in there
Yeah,
for
it's
6 months
there.
1 year. I was
Really?
there 6 months. I played there. Yeah.
That's I like both of the Hard Rocks. I was using the one in Tampa all the time when I was living up near the Orlando area, and now I go to the Hard Rock here, but I still occasionally go up to the one in Tampa.
I was living in Safety Harbor. You know what that is?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very nice over there.
Yeah.
I like the Hard Rock here. You know, fuck the guitar. They wasted $1 billion putting that guitar up. You were still going to get people to gamble if you had a guitar or not a guitar as a building. It's nice. It lights up different colors, but it ain't doing nothing for me. You know, I live 10 minutes away. I get in the car and I drive there. But
listen, I was at the Bellagio Fontana Bar for 12 years with a big band, famous artist in Las Vegas. So they took it out. They took it out and put tables or slots or whatever. This is how much this gambling fucking brings in. That one of your staple things. It was right on the fountain. One of the staple things in your casino. You take it out just to get that extra few million. This is it. These places weren't built on winners, bro. You know?
Hey, Drum, did you ever play at the Hard Rock in Orlando by Universal Studios?
No, I never have.
They got some great lounges in there. They got the Velvet Room, unbelievable. They always have a little band and a singer in there. And then they have a larger lounge.
The last time I actually played in Orlando, Tony, the last time I played in Orlando was when they opened, I think it was the late 80s. They opened the BET Club, and I was in an R&B band, and we opened the club.
The BET Club?
Yeah, it was in what's that little what was it called? It's not there anymore. I think they took it out.
Magic City.
It's gone.
In Disney. It was that you know that with all the clubs in it. What was it called? I can't remember.
It was on Treasure Island there on that strip.
Right.
Pleasure Island.
Yeah, it was like a little. It was a little. Yeah, it was a little.
Where all the bars and restaurants were.
Makeshift community. It was like a little.
Yeah, it was called like the boardwalk over there. They had everything on the one strip, you know, right off of I-4. You had bars, little concert halls. I hate, man. I hate to say it, but Orlando in that area there, Kissimmee and, what would that be? West Orlando. Between the Universal International Drive, Universal City Walk International Drive is a huge block with restaurants. Everything is restaurants and little clubs. And Disney area. Unique said it was called Disney Springs, by the way, Drum.
No, that wasn't it. I want to say Treasure Island.
No, it wasn't Disney. No, it wasn't Disney Springs. It was the Treasure Island.
Oh, no, Pleasure Island. Pleasure
Island. Hey,
Pleasure
see,
Island.
I need ginkgo biloba. I'm even forgetting shit now. You're right. But yeah, no, I have a lot of fun when I go up there, man. There's a lot to do. A lot for parents and kids.
Yeah, you know who I met in person?
Joey
Dimes. I met Joey Dimes in person a few times. He came and seen me in Atlantic City at the resorts. He came and seen me play.
Oh, did he?
Nice. Yeah.
Cool, man. Have you been to Atlantic City? You work in Atlantic City lately?
I do. I work in resorts every couple of months. They slowed down a little bit. What they're doing now is
bad as people are saying?
Yeah, it's horrible. They're bringing these DJs in. They're paying them $10,000 for a night.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. My son was DJing for a while. My youngest son, he was making great money, but he said someday it's going to end. And thank God he took over the construction company up in New York. And right after he decided to leave is when fucking the pandemic hit, and there was nothing going on. Thank God he was already set in his new career there. I mean, that killed a lot of entertainment people for a long time.
Does he still DJ, your son?
You broke up. Maybe it's mine. I didn't hear you. What did you say, John?
Does he still DJ, your son?
God damn it, Drum.
Once in a blue moon, but he has all the equipment. He's still he's really, really good. You know, he played Ultra down in Miami. I think they had, 250,000 people down there for that. 250,000 people. He got it. He got to play there. He played some real big venues. He played Electric Daisy Carnival, EDC, I think it's called.
Yeah,
He
EDM.
played EDM. He played that. You know, he played some real big venues.
Now, have you ever been to Yonkers, the casino out there?
I have not. No.
It's MGM now, but I play there once. I do music therapy in nursing homes during the day. My boss that owns the company, he has a big R&B band, so I play congas with that band once a month out there, and that's a really fun little room. It's becoming it's blowing Resorts World out of the water. You know?
Hey, Drum, have you been out to the one on Long Island, Jake's 54 or 58?
That's a weird fucking Tony. You know what it reminds me of? I'm dead serious. It reminds me of the whole lighting and everything. It reminds me of a school cafeteria.
I was just gonna say it reminds me of like a food court in a fucking mall.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
so
weird.
now
And
they're
the
giving away. I tell you what they're doing. They're giving away their best room during the week for $58, $60 a night.
Dude, that's a tough crowd there. That's a raggedy crowd in that place, though, too.
That's like you see the white trash. I'm not calling everybody, but you see like white trash and rednecks of New York in there. Get one of them fucking guys from like fucking 2 exits before the Hamptons. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go down to the casino tonight. Fucking bitch. Like what?
Yeah, but listen, I opened a steakhouse. I was the first one to play there in the Resorts World out at Aqueduct, and I played there for like 2 years, right? So that place is really bad. There's a lot of fights in the parking lot, stuff like that. I don't know how they exist like that. You know, it's just kind of bad.
I tell you what, that fucking aqueduct for a little while when it first opened up was like a fucking OK Corral. They had a shootout the one time I went there. I'll never go back to this fucking place again. But you know
right.
what?
That's right. That's the one.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't care. It's not a racist comment, but they had the best fried chicken place in that fucking place. Everybody leave with a bucket of fucking chicken every night. And that shit. It was such a turnover that every piece of chicken was fresh.
Shit.
Oh, it was that's Popeyes in the food court.
Fucking Popeyes. I didn't want to say it like that, but it was Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes was fucking.
I love Popeyes.
Yo, dude, they were fucking. They had more staff in there for Popeyes chicken straight through because all they did was fucking. Everybody going there took home a bucket of chicken. It was like we used to go to diners after hanging out. These fuckers were taking home buckets of chicken.
Yeah, they give you comps.
Fucking chicken bitches. I'm telling you, it was fucking chicken everywhere.
Did they give you comps
They
after
were
losing
eating
like
chicken
60
in the
grand?
parking lot. Yeah, you get a fucking wing and a breast. If you hit the fucking, the parlay, you get the whole fucking meal number 6 and shit like that. Fucking sick. It really sick. I sat in the parking lot with a couple of my buddies. We were leaving. We were all hanging out in the car talking for about 45 minutes an hour. Every motherfucker that came out of that place going to their car had a piece of chicken in their hand going to their mouth and a fucking other bag of chicken in their hand. It's like the fucking chicken corral. It was a chicken
I want some
event.
chicken.
I'm a Church's fried chicken guy.
Oh, we don't have that around here, boy.
Churches, yes, we do.
We have churches
What are you
around
talking
here?
about?
Yeah.
Go
In the
on
hood?
Northern Boulevard. Go to Northern
Yeah.
Boulevard. Go straight down by Main Street. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then there's one by the Long Island Railroad, and there's one on Jamaica Ave that's unbelievable. I mean, really good. It's worked. I get fried shrimp and chicken in the one on Jamaica Ave.
Yeah.
And then they have them spare ribs. They look like the fucking Flintstones. You need to grab it with your whole fucking hand and shit. You
I
got
don't know if
fucking
it's still-
barbecue sauce on both ears.
Did you ever have Kennedy's fried chicken?
Of course.
That's
had
down on Northern too.
Bulletproof Glass,
That's
yeah. Well, they're all over the place.
Another fat bald Italian said, Queens Boulevard, White Castle, and Churches all together. Absolutely. Right by the mall you're talking about, right? You get fucking chicken and fucking sliders when you're pissed drunk. Nothing better than that.
And right next door there's a CVS. You could buy some Amodi. You could buy some Amodi MAD right after you're done.
Yeah,
but I'm supposed to be starting
Dutch is saying, used to hit the diner every night after the bar or club till there was a double homicide and it closed. It had to hit a different one. Absolutely. We used to hit the Buccaneer and the Red Wagon Diner went out. I tell you a funny story. I'm looking at his avatar too. We were in the Buccaneer one night. You had Tony Atlas, the Iron Sheik, and I think it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. and they came in to eat. They were doing a show out at the Nassau Coliseum. Well, you got some drunk fuckers from the executive suite on Ditmars Boulevard down by the airport or 23rd Avenue, wherever the fuck it was, came in and they decided they wanted to test these three. There were fucking tables and chairs flying every fucking way. And who got blamed? Me. And I had nothing to do with it. My sister's boyfriend's father owned the Buccaneer at the time. Fuck are you doing in that? What I'm doing, I was eating a fucking hamburger and you're going to scream and yell at me about these fucking guys brawling. I was nowhere near them three animals.
Yeah.
So you guys are all Queens boys.
That's right, boy.
I am, but I hung out in Brooklyn a lot.
Yeah, I'm still in the neighborhood I grew up in, Tony.
I see when you do the videos and you turn the camera on. That's cool, to be in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm not far from this.
I live under my friend's parents that I know for my whole life.
Thank God, you got a good deal on something like that. That apartment would cost you probably triple if you didn't know the people.
Oh, forget it. This is at $2,600 over here for a fucking shithole. And this is a nice house.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing for our young kids today. They're not going to be able to afford New York. We've talked about it many times here. How the fuck do you pay for something you can't afford?
Listen, once my daughter's settled, I'm out of here again. I lived out of here for a long time. I was out of here for a good 30 years.
Another fat bald Italian. I was there last month. I hit it every time I'm in New York.
Well, where do you live?
The Buccaneer Diner is...
Queens.
But Buccaneer Diner is not far off of 94th Street and right on Astoria Boulevard. Actually, the side exit is 94th Street. It's actually considered 93rd by address.
How often do you come in?
Then they used to have the Triple X Theater over there. We used to have a lot of fun in Jackson Heights, Queens area, man. A lot of fun down there. I mean, there was shit to do all over Queens. We went from Jackson Heights out to Bayside, and you didn't have to go no further. Anything you wanted was right there, including sporting events. Now you got that arena out there. To take your fucking kid to a hockey game in that arena, you better have 1,000 in your pocket. Well, 1,000 on a card because you can't use cash no more in the arenas. Cash
Tony, how often do you come in?
You can't use cash in any arena no more. Yankee Stadium, Shea Stadium, MSG, or the new arena out in Belmont.
Might as well bring it.
You can get at the racetrack. Whenever I want. Sometimes twice a month, sometimes not for a month, and then I'll come for another month. Whenever I want to come, I just get on a plane and go.
Good. I'm always playing somewhere, so if you're ever in town,
right now,
somewhere.
Roro said, who needs GPS with Silo on? But I know my way around a little bit. Right now, it's fucking hotter up there than it is here.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I love it. I
love
it.
I
love it. I can't stand cold weather. I hate cold weather.
Unless you're at the beach.
I lived in the desert for a long time. I hate cold weather.
I take cold weather no more. I want to fuck out of there as soon as we get there with the cold weather. It's not in my bones no more. I've been down here too long.
Nah. I'll never.
The cold weather's not for me any longer.
No, this is going to be my last winter here for sure.
Are we on? Are we off?
We don't even get winters over here no more.
I don't care. I don't even want 50 degrees.
Fucking A. Let me see.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't even want 50 degrees. I like it 70 and above.
Trying to find a real field temperature. It feels like 100 degrees right now outside, they said. It's 96, feels like 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet Gary Pollock today.
Gary Pollock. Oh, yeah. That should be cool. Shouts to Gary.
He's coming in to do some medical stuff, and I'm gonna go meet him in the city.
Nice. Yeah, shouts to Gary, man.
Anyway, Smoke.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, we lost Tony Silo. I guess I should shut it down.
Yeah, it was good chatting. I gotta run. Actually, I gotta do a few things before I leave.
Yeah,
but
I appreciate you, bro. It was good
listen,
to hear from you.
I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time you're on. You give me a warning that you're coming on.
Yeah, I'll send you some smoke signals or something.
You gotta be more consistent, son.
Yeah. What do you mean? I've been doing shows every fucking day almost. God damn it.
No,
not if I don't do it during the day, I do it at night.
Yeah, you do shows early now, early in the morning.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
3 o'clock. Yeah, good idea.
Look, I'm always live, man. You should be checking out for my show anyway, whether you get the alert or not. You should always be checking. It's Gunsmoke Live. All right.
Listen. When you do shows that are not made for zombies,
Oh my god.
I'll jump in and say hello at least.
All right. Yeah. At least do me that respect. Just say hello.
And
at least.
jump in on Lefty's show once in a while. We've had some funny
Yeah.
ones, man. You're missing it. You're missing some funny shit, bro.
Yeah, if I'm awake, yeah.
The fish stuff is hilarious. Fish has been coming on. He's fucking out of his mind.
Yeah. No, Fish is always funny to watch. He's always got something funny
pop
to
your
say.
head in there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you guys watch that show. I Want to Talk podcast. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I need a translator for that show. I can't do it.
At first, I needed a translator too, but I got used to it. It just grew on me.
I can't see needing a translator when he's speaking English. Anyway.
They invented the language, and we speak it better than them. Go figure.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
man.
wait, hey, be good, man. Everybody have a great day.
You too, brother. Thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate
Silo,
you.
yeah, all right, take care.
Have fun, man. Yeah, shouts to Silo. Thank you so much for coming on the show again and helping out, giving me great content over here. Great discussion again, as always. Shouts to Frank, Jeff Nadu. Did we have somebody else on here too? No, I think that was it. Frank, Jeff Nadu, Drumcappella, Tony Silo. I feel like we're missing somebody. But thank you, gentlemen. Great show. I also want to thank the people who keep the show alive. Lombardozzi came back to me. I haven't seen him in a long time. Thank you, Lombardozzi boy. Shouts to Lombardozzi. Nick Romano show. Thank you, sir. Nightmare as always. Shouts to Nightmare on the West Side. Shouts to Norwegian guy. He's been a member for a month already. He's telling you guys, please join the club, guys. Get your memberships up. Carmine Castellano gifted 5 Gunsmoke the Don memberships. Thank you so much, Carmine. And thank you, Danny Green. He also did the same. 5 Gunsmoke the Don memberships. That's beautiful. Keeping the memberships alive. Every month I panic about those memberships. I'm like, oh my God, they're dropping like flies. But there's good people out there that save the day. Phoenix baby. That's right. I got bills too, you know. And it's the jacket. Thank you, jacket boy. I also want to thank Roro Baby. She said, don't keep me anonymous. Give me the shout out. I also want to thank Darren C. Fout, my man. And that's it. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday service. I hope it was entertaining and informative and funny at times, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Try to stay cool out there. Stay dangerous. Stay classy. Don't repeat what you hear here. You hear? Well, do we offend anybody? Oh, no, not real. Yeah. Maybe Gunner might get pissed off, but other than that, we didn't bother nobody today. Yeah. Good Sunday service. Yeah. Red Sox are on fire. Sounds like it's Boston's year this year, huh? God bless Unique. Okay, it's officially 1 week until the end of the month, so start crying tomorrow. I was going to save it for the 25th, but I might as well just start crying tomorrow. We'll see. What time am I going live? If I don't go live at 12 noon tomorrow, I'll probably go live at like 4 p.m., 4:30, something like that. So be on the lookout for that show tomorrow. And, yeah. If I have to start crying, I have to start crying. You know, look, Ain't no shame in my game. I gotta survive the ghetto here, all right? So, yeah, I'll get Kevin Wu to start crying with me. We'll hold hands and cry together. Shouts to Tony Ducks, Bruce City. Yeah. Magilla Gorilla. Who else? Fat Ball Italian, as always, my brother. Mighty Ducks. Did I say goodbye to Ducks? Ducksy boy. Popeyes all day. That's right, Dirty. Best chicken around. Here's the best chicken around. What biscuits? There was no biscuits. KFC, they used to have good chicken back in the day. They fell off, man. I don't know. They were supposed to have the best recipe in town, and Popeyes just took over, man. Really good chicken. KFC could learn a thing or two from Popeyes. KFC hands you a box of shit. It's a shame, really. What do you get to? Let's shove Church's chicken up somebody's ass. You fucking Chick-fil-A, boy. Chick-fil-A is so fucking overrated, let me tell you. I'm not a fan. These people go crazy for Chick-fil-A. I'm not a fan at all. KFC makes pretty good pot pie, chicken pot pie. I don't know. Maybe I should test it out. I'll go to KFC and I'll order the Angel Gotti chicken pot pie. I'll go right to the drive-thru. Could I please have the Angel Gotti chicken pot pie? And they'll be like, no, sir, we don't have that here. We just have regular chicken pot pie. And I'll be like, well, can you just at least, like, carve a swastika into the pot pie for me, please? So it's like an Angel Gotti pot pie. Sir, excuse me? Yes. There's nothing wrong with it, apparently. Just put a swastika in there so I can, enjoy my meal. Can I get ketchup? Sure, sir. That'll be $28.99. $28.99 for some fucking potato wedges that taste like shit and a fucking pot pie? You didn't even give me a drink. Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Hello? They're talking about you again. What? What are they saying? He's making fun of your recipe for the chicken pot pie. He said you make pot pies with swastikas on the crust. He waited till the end of the show to take a dig at you and attack you. These aren't men. They're cowards. He waited till the very end of the show. He thought I wouldn't be listening. He waited till the very end to attack you. If your father was alive, they'd be dead. All right, calm down. It's Sunday, all right? I'm outside in the park. It's a beautiful day. What are you doing? I'm in the house in the dark with the blinds closed. I just broke my fucking 10th vase. My 10th vase this month. What do you mean? The fucking, the crystal? Yeah, I broke it. It's broken, okay? You gotta stop doing this. You know, your husband said he's had enough. You keep breaking these vases. He gets upset. I know. It's expensive crystal, but I just keep thinking about your father and your handsome brother and how much I love you. I know you love me. I know. Don't let that show upset you now. All right, it's just chicken pot pie. That's all. They're just jealous. They wish they had my chicken pot pie. That's all it is. I know, but I want them dead. These aren't men. All right, I gotta go. All right, good boy. I gotta go. The baby's crying. All right, goodbye. All you care is about that baby. You don't care about me. I do care about you. Okay. Just make sure when it's my time to go that they put in my obituary I was a friend to the Gaudis. This way I could cloud chase even from the grave. Okay, I will. I promise. We'll make sure Gotti's next to your name in the papers, in the obituary. All right, good. All right, I love you. I'll make sure to send you the screen grab and the screenshot and the fucking screen recording. I'm gonna make sure to send it right over to you. Okay, yeah. Text me later. Okay, don't bother me right now. I'm with family. Oh, I wish I was a part of the family. Well, you kind of are. You kind of are. I know, but I want to be an official. I want to put it on my license. I'm a Gotti. Ah! People are sick, huh? No, you're sick. All right, maybe I'm a little sick. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. You fucking asswipe. Yeah, that's right, fat boy Italian. Yeah. If Angela was in the mob, she would have so many whacked under false rumors that she started. Yeah, of course. Oh my god. You know how many innocent guys would be whacked if she was a boss? Oh my god. He looked at me. I want you to meet him up for coffee. Wink, wink. Hey, send him some coffee. Guy disappears, you know. Oh, he made a joke. He's got to go too. Gun broke his dad. There's going to be no fucking deals. No fucking deals. I could get Bruce Cutler to plea bargain my ass. It'll cost me $50,000. Clout chasing from the grave needs to be in a t-shirt. You always have the best ideas for the t-shirts. Yeah, definitely. Right, Farmer? She definitely needs to get that clothing line running. She has the best ideas, man. I think Angela called Lee yesterday to take my wrench and block me on his wrestling. Probably, yeah. You know, he goes to that gun broke show and they talk about you. They make fun of you. You know that. You should take his wrench. Dude, you're right. Okay, yeah, sure. Is this from Angel? Did Angel say to do it? Yes. Why do you think I'm calling you? Okay, dude, calm down. All right, I'll take his wrench, dude. Yes. Anything Angel says, I'll do, just like you do. That's what it comes down to. That's right. You know, every time I talk to you, dude, you sound more and more evil. I know I might be possessed. I'm possessed. Bah! Fuck, dude. I gotta go. James is calling me, dude. Let me call you back later, dude. Bah! Yeah, she probably did call him to tell him to take the wrench. Now, you know, she's an instigator. I wouldn't doubt it. These people should burn in hell. Your father, your father, your father! Oh my god. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get the hell out of here, huh? I got a headache now. Shouts to John DeLong. Shouts to John DeLong, boy. What else we got here? Peace out, Bobby. Farmer boy. KFC is down to 3 herbs and spices from 11. It's horrible. No wonder their food tastes like shit. Shit. Yeah, that's right, Brooklyn. Yeah. John DeLong boy. Peace out, brother. Smoke, maybe a night show tonight? Oh my god. Fuck. We did not make any thumbnails. No, I think she's refusing to do the thumbnails. I had enough of these people. Okay, 1, 2, 3, but boy. Yeah, take care, Farmer Boy. Lee Cole. No, Angela, dude. I can't block everybody that's in Gunsmoke's chat, dude. You have to do it. I'm not going to watch your show anymore if you don't block these people. I want to have a safe space. Oh, Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls, peace out. He says he wants a late night show. God damn it. I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm tired, man. I got to do laundry today too. I got to do shopping. I got shit to do today, man. I'm tired too. I should really shave too. I don't know. KFC chicken consistency is too hit and miss anymore. Yeah, it is. It really is. That's right, Dirty. I could use a lot lizard right about now. Lot lizard isn't a bad idea. Yeah, hop on in, baby. $10. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. $10? Shit, all right. Yeah, look, lot lizards make the world go round, you know. They're quick and convenient, you know. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I'll be on tonight, but check me out tomorrow, y'all. Did I? No. Let me see. No way. I knew there was one person I was forgetting, man. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget Nightmare. Let me see. Don't you lie to me, boy. We'll get to the bottom of your bullshit right now. Oh, I did. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna save the best for last. Fat, bald, Italian. Oh, I don't have enough room. I'm just gonna put AFBI. That's better anyway. There you go. Now you're in the title. I'm sorry about that. But the fresh air. Yes, he's blocked. Now it's like a breath of fresh air in here. I can hear you talk about Vince McMahon all night now. Bah. Yeah, that's right, Dirty. Yeah. Casperosa boy. Shouts to Casperosa, my man. Yes, you are. Yes, I put your name in the title. My bad, brother. Oh my God, no! Please, no more night shows. Oh, I already have to do a show every day from now until June 30th. July 1st, I'm taking off. And yeah, probably not. No, the first of the month, I have to start off the month the right way. So I don't know. Fuck me. Maybe I should take no days off. I don't know. Anyway, listen, you guys go enjoy your Sunday. I gotta get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for everything, all the support. Thank you guys very, very, very much. You know, I'm grateful. I appreciate you. And you guys are a blessing. Happy Sunday, and we'll see you guys later. Yeah, that's right, Phoenix. That's right. Don't you forget it. I need you guys to understand that. This is how I survived the ghetto. So please be considerate. Oh, see. Peace out, brother. Peace out, Dirty. All right, people. Until next time. Peace. Yeah.